Good morning. My name is JahLogic, and this is the Morning Rant. And I have my two co-hosts with me, Stephon and J.Doug. What's up, fella? What's good, fella? All right. Good morning.
Good morning, man. Good morning.
No doubt. So, let's just start with a little recap of Live and On Point. You guys host a show together, Live and On Point.
Yes.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, you guys are the co-hosts, and I know you switch it around on the other days. I seen last night y'all did like a freak type talk. Freaky Thursdays. What was that?
Adult entertainment. Thursday night, me, our recurring host, Davis. She came through. We talked about swallowing. We talked about how long does you have to be in a relationship? No, do a relationship. Let me get it right. All right. Do a relationship have to be serious before you consider swallowing? That was our leading question from last night.
Yeah, salute to her, yo. She's a chin.
Yeah, she don't take it on the chin.
Yeah, I see. Y'all had her legs in the air, some crazy shit like that.
Yeah, she was demonstrating how she had a nigga stuck in her toes and stroking her at the same time while she was sitting crisscross applesauce. It was amazing.
Yeah, do it.
Yo,
done did it.
that was amazing. So, yo, if y'all haven't checked out Live and On Point yet, you know what I'm saying? You can find that on the Ranters Union, or you can go to Duval Podcast on Facebook. Just put @Duval Podcast, and you'll be able to check that out. It's a funny show, very informative, hosted by these two brothers. You know what I mean? Salute to y'all. And thanks for popping up today, man. And in the later hours, we might have SchoolBoy pop up on us, shit like that. So, yeah, man, I think we're gonna hop right into it. You know, here at the Morning Rant, we give you current and sometimes semi-current events, and we help you come to a conclusion. You know, we have difference of opinions, and you know, the panel basically everybody puts their opinion out there, and then we come to a conclusion of our own. Hopefully you break it down too, because what I notice is a lot of people don't even read the news. They don't watch the news for sure, but they definitely don't even read the news. They look at the news articles, and you know, basically the title is what they run with. They don't even dig into the information. So
facts.
Yeah, so here we try to dig into the information and just break it down. You know, basically we come into your living room and, you know, watch the news with you. Word. But actually, before we get into it, can y'all give me a little bit more insight on how y'all met, how y'all came up with the whole Live and On Point brand? You know, y'all both comedians, right?
Yes.
Correct. We
were both just coming off other podcasts we were doing, departing from other hosts, and Step saw it. We said it made sense, and we made it pop. You know what I mean?
Been running it.
Been running it up.
Shit, it's crazy thing. We've been doing the show, what, 6 months now? 7 months?
Yeah.
We started in January.
Oh, damn, I thought we started last year. But yeah, man. Time to get it in.
Did we start last year?
I think we started in November. Cause we did a 2019 recap show.
Damn. Yeah. I don't even know when this
started in August, November.
I think at one point before y'all was at the set y'all had now, y'all had like a black backdrop or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think y'all chemistry worked, you know what I'm saying? So I enjoy watching the show myself. So once again, if y'all haven't watched Live and On Point, definitely check that out. You know what I'm saying? They balance each other out, you know what I mean? They both have difference of opinions, and it works, you know what I'm saying? It works. So we're gonna hop right into the news, and we're gonna start with some politics. Your boy Donald Trump, in reference to this woman, how do you say her name again? Ghislaine Maxwell. Exactly.
And that's the Epstein lady.
Yes.
Exactly. That's she's the one, basically. I guess she's on trial now, or they, you know, she's so she's I'm gonna let the article speak for itself, and this article comes to us from Vlad TV. It says Trump speaks on Epstein's accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell, and read some of the actual article before I play the video. As Jeffrey Epstein's longtime companion, Ghislaine Maxwell faces federal charges for recruiting, grooming, and ultimately sexually abusing minors. She received well wishes from President Trump. I just wish her well, frankly, quote unquote, said Trump during a White House press conference on Tuesday. Despite having met Maxwell numerous times, the president says he hasn't followed her case very closely. Bullshit. Trump was asked whether he believed Maxwell would provide damning information regarding powerful men. He replied, I don't know. I haven't really been following it too much. I just wish her well, frankly. I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach. I guess they lived in Palm Beach, but I wish her well, whatever it is, it is. I don't know the situation with Prince Andrew. Just don't know, not aware of it. I think that's just really weird of this dude to say. I'm gonna play the video. I'm assuming it's basically a video of him saying what we just read him saying, but just in case it's a little more, I'll play the video and let the words come from his own mouth.
She's going to turn in powerful people, and I know you've talked in the past about Prince Andrew, and you've criticized Bill Clinton's behavior. I'm wondering, do you feel that she's going to turn in powerful men? How do you see that working out?
I don't know. I haven't really been following it too much. I just wish her well, frankly. I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach, and I guess they lived in Palm Beach. But I wish her well, whatever it is. I don't know the situation with Prince Andrew. Just don't know. Not aware of it.
All right, that's that's extremely weird to say the least. Yo,
Why is that weird?
Why is it weird that he's wishing her well?
Why is that weird to black people?
Why is it always black people? Why do my
black people
don't do this?
No. Because black people watch a nigga get shoot 5 niggas on the block, slap 3 old ladies, stomp on a little baby, and when he go to jail, you'll still be saying free my nigga. Come on now. Now why Trump can't do it? He just said I wish her well. You got niggas screaming free my niggas for literal murderers these days. Come on now.
I don't think my opinion represents the opinion of the black community. Let me just say that. Your point is duly noted. We definitely say free motherfuckers for less, but I think if I had to speak to that point, that's because we know that we get overwhelming sentences for like things. You know what I mean?
Why we do stuff and why white people can't? It's a problem when they do it, but we do it.
But
go ahead, Steph. I ain't gonna engage too much. Go ahead, Steph.
Now I was gonna say I actually agree with J.Doug. If you know somebody, which he said he knows her, met her several times, like you don't want to believe the negative things that they say. You don't want to believe they're guilty. You want to believe their innocence, and you wish them the best of luck. Just like, you know what I'm saying, like if J.Doug was to get incarcerated for whatever it is, I'll be like, man, free J.Doug, because I don't believe he did it.
And you know them black mothers, you can't never convince them that somebody killed something. Oh, not my baby. He ain't shoot up the block. Even though I see all them damn guns in the room, he didn't shoot up no block. Your Honor, no, my baby, I did not raise him like this. And then he guilty. I can't believe it.
But I think you're forgetting one crucial thing. This ain't no regular, like, people disrespect Donald Trump all you want to. That don't make him less powerful.
Yeah.
Like, that nigga has the ability to get her out of jail. Y'all know this.
I don't know about that.
No, like, what's not veto power? What's it called? A pardon. He can give a pardon. There's no limit to pardons you can give.
You can give a pardon like that, like can he?
Oh yeah.
I think you have to do some time in jail first before you get a pardon. For the people that just hopped in the room, we talking about Donald Trump wishing Ghislaine Maxwell, wishing her well. You know what I'm saying? And which I find very odd because she's accused of grooming and sexually molesting children with Epstein. And if you ask me, I hear your points of black people basically, saying free people whether they're guilty or not. I wasn't necessarily raised in one of those homes where my mother just assumed I was right, you know, when I was doing some bullshit or whatever like that. But I do know people that was raised in homes like that. But my thing is, I think that's code for don't tell on me. That's what it just seems that obvious to me. He's basically saying, don't tell on me. How you gonna wish someone well who's on, and you're the president of the fucking country, bro. You're the president, and you're wishing a fucking someone who's accused of grooming and molesting children well.
Allegedly.
Yeah, it's alleged until she's proven guilty. But you know, that's what I said. If you're wishing someone well who's accused of this craziness, like that shit sounds like don't tell on me. You know,
he might be saying don't tell on Jay-Z and Beyonce because their name was on the list too.
Were they?
I don't think Trump would give a fuck if they told on.
I know black people would. See, black people don't got no problem with that. They don't question it. They don't even question them. But he's always in Trump face. Oh, I think what he doing? What he doing? What is he doing?
He wished her well. That's why we talking about him. Nobody. I didn't hear Jay-Z wish her well. Good morning, Blue Money Wendy.
Man, shoot, the Jay-Z working with feds and everybody else, no problem. Snitch on a couple niggas. Oh my God! Come on, man. It's just too much selective outrage when it comes.
Selective snitching?
Yeah. Too much selective outrage. I think we need to focus on the main people. Trump ain't that's no children.
I think we don't know that. That's my point. I feel like, why is he wishing her well at a press conference instead of saying, you know, instead of keeping it more generic than that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it reeks suspicious to me. Aki Bella says J.Doug is the blackest nigga on YouTube.
Thank you. Don't get no blacker. And that's what Trump do. If y'all know that Trump is just always take the neutral road. He said the same thing about the people in Charlottesville. Good people on both sides. He stole stuff out there that you can't even twist, but people still twist it. That's amazing.
To say it's a good people on both sides, and you literally have a Klan rally. That is.
But that's not what he meant.
You can't. I don't see how you don't think you can twist that. You can twist that.
Okay.
It was.
No, it was not.
It was.
In the hoods. It was a
Klan don't wear hoods no more. Get over that. Get your what you thought was the Klan. They evolved now.
Them hoods is memorabilia at this point. Hey, Slim says peace and good morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
And Slim also says 45 was telling Maxwell to shut the hell up or is a rap. That's what I'm saying. I feel like that was cold for don't tell on me, shut the fuck up, leave me out of it. You know what I'm saying? And why would he even say, I don't think that's neutral. Why would he even say I knew her and all that? It's like he's prepping the world to find out that they were accomplices of some shit. Like it's like he's prepping the world to say, yeah, I told you I knew her already. I told you we lived in the same area. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but to deny what you have visual evidence of, like there's pictures of them in the same room. So if you deny it, it's just like you going out your way to lie.
Yeah, but people in the room with criminals all the time.
Yeah, I didn't say that makes you guilty. I'm just saying, like, so to act like you don't know her is unnecessary. Is an unnecessary lie.
Yeah, I think it's real suspicious. It's really weird. I'm gonna get to the we're gonna move on. The next article, I think you said this one to us, right, Steph, about the Pfizer and the vaccine. So
yes.
So this will be our Corona update for the day. Fuck Corona, by the way. This shit is the worst. But this comes to us from CNBC. U.S. agrees to pay Pfizer and BioNTech $2 billion for 100 million doses of coronavirus vaccines. And there's a video, and I will play it. And I'll read.
My prescriptions used to be really expensive.
And while the ad plays, I'll read some of the article. Well, actually, it's freezing, so I'll just read the article. The U.S. will pay Pfizer and biotech firm BioNTech $1.95 billion to produce and deliver 100 million doses of their COVID-19 vaccine if it proves safe and effective. The companies announced Wednesday. It was the largest such deal between the government and companies racing to develop a coronavirus vaccine. Excuse me. Under the agreement, the U.S. can acquire 500 million additional doses. The Department of Health and Human Services said Germany-based BioNTech and Pfizer are jointly developing 4 potential vaccines. If one of the vaccines proves safe and effective in a large phase 3 trial and receives a regulatory approval, HHS and Pfizer will begin to deliver doses to locations across the U.S. and the government's direction. The vaccine will then be made available to Americans at no cost. HHS said it's unclear who the first doses of the potential vaccine will go to and how that decision will be made. I'm not going to read the whole article, but I am going to ask you to, if the vaccine comes out, when it comes out, if and when it comes out, are you taking it?
Hell no. If it's not forced, no, I'm not taking no damn vaccine. I don't even like wearing no fucking mask. Hell no, I'm not taking no vaccine. I seen an article this week was some research company, medical company in Houston that was offering $2 to do a test trial on some vaccine they had for COVID. I thought about getting them $2, but nah. Can't do it.
Hey, that shit is just asking to die. That's like voluntary death, and then they set the amount on your life so low, $2,000. Come on, man.
Shit to nobody.
Nigga pennies.
Yeah,
that's home. They looking for homeless people to come take that vaccine.
Ooh, that's a come up for if you take that. If you homeless, yeah, go get them 2,000. Yeah, and then because shit,
Go get your stimulus package.
Decent. That's rent and that's a down payment, first month rent, and something on your light bill. Hell yeah.
But you be in there.
Would you take
it? On the carpet? Hell nah, man. I don't even. No disrespect, but I don't trust white people like that. Just be taking no vaccines off fresh out the gate. You know what I'm saying? The first batch. You got to be crazy.
What that vaccine make your dick swell up? Nigga gonna be in line. Let me get that COVID, man. I heard you grew an extra couple inches. Ain't no good side effects like that. I can't fuck with it. Nah.
I ain't gonna front. I know nurses that said they wouldn't take that shit when it comes out. You know what I mean?
What?
Yeah, it should just. Yeah, I'm not with it neither. They said they only gonna come out with 100. What they say, 100 million or something like that at first.
100 million doses.
Yeah. So my thing is, I'm gonna let the first 100 million motherfuckers go. You know what I'm saying? I don't even take flu vaccines now. So take a corona vaccine. You know, I don't know. But what if they?
What about
Go ahead.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
What if they force you? What if they get on some shit? You can't come into the store. You can't go to work. You can't do this. You can't do that unless you got the vaccine, just like they is on the mask shit and not.
Well, I was going to ask you a similar question, but mine was going to be more about what if they tell you can't travel. But if I can't come into the store without that shit, I mean, there's delivery. There's ways to work. I'm cool with that. I work from home. You know what I'm saying? Like I got my own production company. I'll find a way to get bread. I do that now. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll film some shit. I'll record some fucking podcasts like I've been doing for people. I'll do something for bread. But you know, as far as like traveling, that's where they got me. I need to be able to travel. Like if I can't leave the States without that shot, I'm taking that shot. I'm not gonna hold you. I gotta be able to travel. I'm not gonna be stuck in this motherfucker. I'm gonna take that risk. You know, like when you go to Africa, they make you take a shot. You know what I'm saying? And when people come to this country too from certain countries, they make them take a shot. So if it's one of those things, I'm taking that shot because I'm not gonna be stuck in this country.
See, those are proven vaccines. We talking about experiment. This is basically what that is. You just let's try it out on the American people.
You setting yourself up for Tuskegee.
Right. They trying to have a population reduction. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So you going up in there, oh yeah, I'll take the $2,000. Goofy ass gone by tomorrow.
Yo, Slim says any black person that lines up to take that vaccine is a fool. Look up the Tuskegee experiment. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just mentioned that. Yeah, man.
Just said that.
Shit. You already know.
And black people are always talking about history. Isn't ever a time to point and look back at history and seeing how these things work out? It's right now.
Which is never a time to look back at history. But if you go and look back, yes, this is a useful moment.
History is important. I don't agree with that. The words of J.Doug are the words of J.Doug.
No, history good, but I explained why it wasn't good for people of color.
All right. Let me get to this next this next grim article right here. This next shit reads like a movie or some shit like that. Salute the internet on the check-in. She says that's a fact. Yeah, but let me get to this next article. Crime in courts. This comes to us from NBC, New York. All right. So basically, the suspects in Judge family shooting took cross-country train to kill another men's rights activist. So when you read this article, it reads like straight out of a film, but I'm gonna let the actual news clip speak for itself.
Investigators believe self-described anti-feminist Roy Den Hollander took a train because baggage screening not as strict as at airports. They believe he brought his .380 handgun along to kill perceived enemies. Enemies law enforcement believes the gunman had on some kind of hit list he kept in his car. At the suicide scene upstate, investigators say Roy Den Hollander had a hit list of sorts, at least half a dozen names and addresses of people he might have been targeting. There were even directions to the New Jersey home of Judge Esther Salas and her family. There were documents on the murdered California attorney, New York State's Chief Judge Janet DiFiore, another civil court judge, and the name and address of one of his doctors. Den Hollander had a GoFundMe page that read, "Cancer knocks you down, and doctors finish you off." An FBI spokeswoman would not comment on the apparent hit list, but today she did confirm that Den Hollander may be linked to the California killing. Investigators believe the same gun, similar to this .380 Walther, was the type of gun used in California and in the shooting on the family of the New Jersey judge, as well as upstate, where Den Hollander killed himself. Investigators now believe he traveled coast to coast using Amtrak instead of flying, in part to lessen the chance he might get caught carrying a gun. Sources say he left New York for LA on July 4th, and after the July 11th murder, he returned to New York on July 14th. U.S. Marshals and the FBI believe Den Hollander acted alone, but even though he is dead, they are alerting anyone who might have been a target as precaution. Jonathan Dienst, News 4.
All right, I'm not going to read this whole article, but we just watched the news clip, and this man traveled coast to coast to kill motherfuckers he deemed his enemies with a gun, with the same gun he just caught another body with. So J.Doug, you like to always bring the whole black and white thing into it, as if it was black people. Let's bring it into this one. I can't travel coast to coast with a fucking eighth in my pocket, an eighth of weed in my shit. I can't get on Amtrak with an eighth of weed in my pocket. How did this white man go from California to the East Coast with the same gun he just caught a body with?
All right, thank you. Well, we just saw there was fake news. Of course, nobody ain't travel no cross country with no gun. All this craziness. Come on, they know who killed that judge, husband and son. He's just the fall guy. This guy already did, shot himself in the fucking barn, whatever, killed himself. So it's like, yo, he's the perfect suspect, especially for that. Case closed. Keep it moving. That's the fastest they done never closed the murder I done ever seen. But it's closed less than a week. Damn, y'all got it solved. Y'all know the man was on the gun. Y'all know all the other murders that he was confused. If y'all could figure all that in a week, y'all should have stopped him from coming there and killing then. Because that's too fast. That's why I don't believe it. Well, I don't know. He was a fall guy.
He had a list of people
Well, list, they gonna say they found it. Now, when they pull over black people, they say they had a gun. Oh, I don't believe them. Now they say they got a list. You believe that?
No, I don't believe he killed himself.
That's what I'm saying. I don't believe he got no damn list. Who write a?
See, you want to give white people credit. You want to give white people
list?
Credit for everything, but what they deserve credit for. Organizational skills. He was very like you. You don't get to California to New York without having some with a handgun on you, without having some kind of organizational skills.
I don't believe he got no gun on the plane in 2020. But hey,
it wasn't a plane. He took the Amtrak. He took the.
He took the Amtrak.
Yeah.
We could bring gun. That's like taking a gun on the Greyhound. Anybody get a gun on the Amtrak? Oh,
not you.
You thought
on the Amtrak,
huh?
You can't get a gun on the Amtrak.
If I was focused on it, yes, I could.
Man,
you got to be focused.
Black
people don't like to focus.
Nigga
walking there with his on the way. Yeah, damn, why you fucking with me? Sir, you got a gun on your way. Nobody ain't fucking with you.
Yo, salute the turn, the United Ronin Networks. Ralph, I see you, brother. Salute. He says salute. Slim says, laugh out loud. They just gave us the cheat code to traveling with a buddy. I don't know, man. I don't buy it. I'm a little too paranoid. Like, I think if I get on the Amtrak with a gun, I think midway across the country, they're going to have one of those mandatory, we just got to look in your bag, sir. I mean, I'm from New York City, right? In New York City, after 9/11, they made a rule where that don't mean every time you're going to get on a train, they're going to search you. But that means when they feel like it, they could just set up a little table and say, you, come here. Let me dig in your bag. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not buying it. You know what I'm saying? If that was a black man, he'd have been caught long time. He'd have been caught since the first body. Internet says, I thought I was the only one who found that story strange. Okay. Well,
yeah, I don't believe it. And another reason why black people don't take that risk because we so used to fear. You know what I mean? White people do that. White people don't have that same fear that black people got. You know what I mean? We always going through some type of random search. We making sure I got my license on me when I got home. We double checking our pocket, make sure we ain't got no little sack of weed in there before we get there, because we know how stuff can go for us. White people don't have them same problem,
bro.
I had used to walking through just being white.
You know, it's crazy. I had a dream I had got pulled over. Right? That ain't nothing. It just nigga dreamed about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure white people don't have dreams about this shit.
You mean a nightmare?
Well, I didn't die in the dream, so it wasn't that bad.
All right. But yeah, J.Doug, you make a good point. Like, I don't leave the house without my ID. If I do, I'm paranoid the whole way. You know what I'm saying? I think the other day I went to the store without an ID, and I'm in the car, like looking in my rear view mirrors, like I really breaking the law. You know what I'm saying? And they don't have the same issues. So,
but I feel like black people would get away with something like that. I think it's so our life experiences just stop us from trying. We use all our risks on them dumb shit. We want to use it then on the corner selling crack. We try to get away with dumb shit.
We don't
stealing
even
food stamps, stuff like that.
We don't even stand on the corner no more. These new drug dealers aren't as committed to it. They go online. They just posted in their stories and be like, hey, I got a cute. I got that loud pack.
You talk about weed salesman. Ain't nobody on there talk about I got a fresh cookie I just cooked up.
You talk. Hold on, you ain't. Oh, not crack, but definitely pills. Definitely pills. Definitely that boy.
Boy.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I used to live in Oakland, which I'm gonna talk about a little bit later in the show. But what they used to do is for the dope fiends and shit, they I thought this was the most organized I ever seen drug dealers. Them niggas the fiends would know at a certain time of day to go to a certain block, and they'll just form a line, and then they'll pull up, service everybody, and dip. So it wasn't no just you coming to the trap house. It was like, nah, you gotta be on time. You gotta go to the fucking block.
Oh, no.
Get service.
Gotta place your order.
If you ain't got your money by then, you done for the day.
Yeah. I ain't start smoking crack to be that organized. I want my crack on demand. I don't want to be waiting on a motherfucker. I want to pull up, knock on the door. Hey, I got my $5 in pennies. What my rock?
Yeah, this next article also comes to us from Stephon. You sent us this joint right here about Ruby Rose and her OnlyFans page.
Correct.
All right. First of all, you gotta excuse me, man. I'm not too hip to all the pop culture. Who is Ruby Rose? Who is
Ruby Rose is a singer, not big time, but big enough. You know, where she got enough followers to gain this kind of money. I think this was, she said she made 22,000 her first day.
That's what it say on her. Yeah, yep.
And she's not a singer. She's an Instagram thought.
She apparently she's a singer.
Yeah, bitches got to find something to do in their spare time.
So she's an Instagram singer.
Obviously, popping pussy is what it works for.
All right, so let me read some of this real quick. Ruby Rose clowns haters after making $22K on her first OnlyFans day. God damn. All right, Vixen Ruby Rose is more than just caked up these days. The hip hop model, that's fucking pretty nice of them to call her a hip hop model. Went online this week to let the world know one of her fastest money making hustles is an OnlyFans page. Ruby Rose's OnlyFans hustle. So I guess she tweeted out these comments. It says, OnlyFans isn't just for porn and sex shit. That's what y'all made it out to be. Just like how people thought Snapchat was for sending nudes. You can post whatever exclusive content you want for your fans to see. Ruby Rose. And then she's showing pictures of her and her money. Remember when y'all made fun of me for not getting a flight back? Now a bitch might buy a plane. This bitch, they never seen 22,000 in her life.
I don't think she understands the value of the dollar.
And then it says, me, when y'all call me a hoe for making an OnlyFans page. And here's a video. Let's see if we can. Oh, it's a GIF. There's a GIF file. She's crying, wiping her tears with the money. Then it says, just dropped 2 songs on SoundCloud. Back in the booth, 100 bands. And then it's another tweet that says, everybody about to be on OnlyFans. Watch. All right. I got some thoughts, but I'll let you go first. Steph, since you gave us this article, what's your thoughts?
I pointed out there just to show what I was talking about with Nick Cannon. See, if this no name can get that kind of liquid assets from in a day, imagine what somebody who actually has a talent can do. You know what I'm saying?
Don't have a talent.
Not necessarily Nick Cannon, but Nick, you know what I'm saying? Nick Cannon has always been a businessman, though. You know what I'm saying?
That's a talent.
Right. And then, like, it may not be Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon might be the platform for the DC Young Flies.
Right.
Just like he ushered them on the first time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even when Cat Williams was on Wildin' Out, Cat Williams wasn't Cat Williams yet. Yeah, you're right. It was so long ago. It's hard to. It's real easy to forget.
I can't say that.
No, all he did was Friday After Next at that point.
But you don't know.
Remember,
Cat Williams was hot in these streets.
Do you remember when Kanye came on there and said you used to be the rapping Prince? We seen you in Friday After Next, and we ain't seen you since.
I know not movie, but you don't understand how hot Cat Williams was as far as stand up.
And Wildin' Out propelled him.
I don't think so. He had a street rep. He had one of them old school comedy street reps. You don't even get them no more.
I don't know.
Get them no more. I ain't heard one of those. I'm talking about you talk about millions of people want to know who the fuck you is. Not from them Friday After Next. That didn't really do that for him.
Yeah. When was the first time you heard Cat Williams?
I mean, I gotta agree with you both in a sense. I'm gonna let J.Doug answer that, but I do think Wildin' Out propelled him, but he was making a name for himself in the street. You know what I'm saying? So before he blew up, I seen him in Hollywood do a set with Kevin Hart brought him on stage. You know, not Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart and him came on stage on D-Ray's set. You know what I'm saying? That was before he was big and shit like that.
I want to go off track, but for far as Ruby Rose, yeah, man, this is just what you get these days out of these women, man. They gonna be taking that easy road, trying to get that bag. It ain't gonna work for everybody though. You know, she's a exceptionally beautiful woman, so she got that lush to get online and thought around. But
And one thing that I found particularly interesting is her on her shit. Like she got the same pictures on there that you can get on her Instagram.
that's why I'm so
That's why I was
tired of
like-
these simp ass niggas that put these dumb ass women, and these women think they doing something. Cause all you simps want to sit here and look at some pictures of a bitch. Nigga, if a bitch picture ain't free, I'm going to find a bitch pictures who free. Bitch, what you talking about? OnlyFans, all this porn and stuff online, bitch. You ain't special. I'm not giving you $15 to see you. Bro, these hoes. You pay $15 to fuck your ass, but I ain't paying no $15 to be no OnlyFan. No, I want to be some only dick. If I ain't only dick, I ain't no OnlyFan.
I don't think you want no $15 pussy. I don't think you want no $15 pussy. But go ahead, Steph.
That's what I want. That's what. Don't think for me.
Another thing, Ruby Rose is the success story. She is the success story. It's a lot of people out here who are failing on fans only. Okay, put their pussy out there, titties out there, and got $2-3 subscriptions. You see what I'm saying? You like, don't get so caught up when you see her because you're not her. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That is just for her because she a bad bitch. Most of you women ain't no bad bitch. Nigga ain't paying no money to see no picture.
And I guarantee you, those subscriptions, and like I hope these niggas know to go cancel their subscription once they realize, oh, she ain't putting out no titty pictures, no pussy pictures, and she just giving you a link to the SoundCloud of a music of which no one is interested in hearing.
That shit is robbery, though. She robbed.
And I need to be able to preview what I'm seeing before I pay. Like I saw Eric Communica and Safari supporting, promoting their OnlyFans, and they was in a pool with some red light with titties and kissing. I want to see Safari air your ass out, bitch. They want to see y'all in no pool kissing. Don't play these games. I'm paying $15. I want to see you take that 10 piece. Bitch.
So Slim says, I guess selling to simps is lucrative. Apparently, Gary
Tired
laughed.
of these simp ass niggas.
Internet laughs. I think my take on this, I think she's never going to see another dollar with OnlyFans. I think she jumped the gun bragging. The only other dollar she might see, like Steph said, is if dudes don't cancel their subscription. But once you sign up, it's it. She got your money. You know what I'm saying? At least for that first month. So I think she better cherish that $22K. I think she needs to stop bragging, and she better use that shit to produce some real content. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, listen, you done got these people money. The least you can do is drop some titty pics, man.
Exactly.
That's the least you could do. Come on, man. These people, we come to spend money with you. And you out here giving us Instagram pics.
Yeah, I'll go up pay like I'm a grown ass man, dog. I ain't gonna
Hey, that's the type of, you remember on Players Club when a nigga follow her home?
Yeah.
If you spending $50 a month on that, that's the type of energy you gonna get.
yeah, you ain't lying. She might definitely get some mad stalkers. She at very least gonna get some trolls. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I paid you, bitch. You gonna flaunt that money? You ain't drop a nitpick, none of that shit. You bugging.
Melvin, what you doing here? I always follow you home.
Yeah, but she fine, of course. I know. I think she was with somebody, dog. I think it was Little Uzi. I believe it was Little Uzi. Let me verify that. Somebody was tapping on that. And salute to them. Matter of fact, let me refresh how she looked.
Nigga,
yeah, she's a beautiful bitch.
Cute. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we got SchoolBoy in the building.
That's my guy.
SchoolBoy.
What's happening, y'all? What's happening?
You got on pants today?
No comment.
Yes, sir. So SchoolBoy, just to catch you up to date, you know what I'm saying? we just was talking about what's her name again?
Ruby Rose, and she not that fine. She one of them long neck skinny bitches. I don't like that type of bitches. She got that long ass neck, little head.
So apparently she got away with robbing niggas on OnlyFans for $22K. She made a page that she claimed she didn't have any nudes on and made $22K doing so.
Wow.
Well, she can sit on my face.
Do you have any thoughts about that before we move on?
Nah, man. I mean, you know, simp culture is moved online, and so there's a lot of niggas getting caught out there in them streets. It is what it is.
And you know what it is too? In the sense, I feel sorry for them. It's harder to get pussy these days because fucking the bitch is no longer their validation no more. They getting validation all day. Online, they got 50 million simps coming at them. Niggas, why give up some pussy? It's like these bitches gonna fuck who they want to fuck. You used to get some accidental pussy back in the day. That don't exist no more.
See, and you know what? It's always the new wave coming to fuck it up for the old school.
Yeah.
They always find new innovative ways to trick off on a hoe.
That's a damn shame. You know what, man? I blame it on I know this is gonna be an unpopular opinion. I blame it on single motherhood, man, because
I do. Everything on black single mothers.
I do. I blame it on that.
Everything that's going on in this country is because of single mothers.
So the reason why I say that is this: a single mother, right? She has her son, and she's raising her son to be a simp. She's like, yeah, buy that girl's flowers, open up her door, right? But then single moms when they raise
better than your daddy dog me.
Yeah. Treat them, put them up on a pedestal, But then when they raise their daughters, you don't need no man for shit. Them niggas ain't shit. Just take advantage of them. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to treat him like you know what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to treat him like no man. Treat him like a little boy. He gonna be a forever boy. By
the way.
And that's my thing. That's the reason why. That's the reason why a lot of these shits. That's why we got it all messed up. It's a lot harder, man. It's a lot harder to find somebody because of the imbalance, man. It's ridiculous.
Don't even try to find nobody because these people, man, it's crazy. You see these OnlyFans. You got to battle with a bitch OnlyFans.
Yo, that's such a cold point that he has because the father's not around to give him the game.
Right.
The mama and the daughter. That relationship is like this. You know what I'm saying? And it's a special relationship. So the mama gonna give her game like, hey, don't be laying down with no wet pussy and empty pockets. You see what I'm saying?
No, don't come home with no wet ass and no cash.
All that. You know the phrases. And well, men, if we didn't have a dad, he not telling us, you know what I'm saying? He ain't nobody to tell us nothing. So we gotta kind of find out through whether it be music, streets, or fucking by being finessed by someone like a Ruby Rose.
And even if the black father is in the home, black men is just like the black women these days, so they treat them just the same way. Oh, so you don't need nobody for nothing. And make sure these niggas respect you and you don't give a nothing. They be on the same shit. So it don't really be no different if the father is in the home.
And then this new movement to you know, the women's empowerment movement. Listen, you know, it's taking a new wave, and that's cool and everything. But don't empower yourself out of a situation. A lot of women have empowered themselves out of the game, so they so empowered they can't find no man. They girlfriends don't want to be around them because they was fucking some shit up for them, cock blocking and whatnot. You know, it's a lot that goes into it.
And I'm finna say Ruby Rose put up a tweet about this because she put out a whole bunch of tweets responding to everybody. And she would talk about, oh, men make way more. I think she said like 50% more than all women in America. I say they still trying to keep that lie going. And women making more money in America than men can ever dream of these days.
It's more women in America than it is men.
But all the manly jobs is really being done by the illegal aliens.
Right.
Yeah. If you ain't got no girly job, you ain't got no job.
I don't know. These men speak for themselves. I'm not a simp, but I do think it's definitely power and being polite. You know what I'm saying, to a woman.
That's one thing.
Opening the door and You know,
Yeah.
I don't believe chivalry is dead. Mills Lane says Schoolboy with the facts though.
Yeah,
talk
she
about
gotta
baby.
earn that logic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See, these days you can't give that to a woman like back in the day just because she a woman. See,
Let me
back in
tell
the
you-
day you could do it just because you knew the chances of you running into a lady, a woman of respect was high. That's low these days. Your chance of running into a no good, stinking, dirty bitch is more likely than rolling to somebody who deserves to get the fucking door open for him.
Hey, but you ain't got to stay with her once you find out that's how she get down. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna treat you accordingly. You gotta earn your way.
She got to
So,
earn
yes.
the door for her. She got to earn.
Yes. Bitch, how else you get through the door when I ain't around?
No, see, the little gestures
But
don't
I
mean
open the
shit.
door because I open the door for a dog.
I'm
But
about to
that's
say,
not a
yeah.
big deal to me.
If I see somebody coming up behind me, I just hold the door. Ain't
Yeah.
no big deal. I ain't finna sit there and hold that bitch forever though.
No, I'm not
gonna
finna
do all that.
wait for you to come to the door. Cause sometimes when you do that, they act like they doing something else. They'll look at their cell phone. Oh, thank you. Nah, bitch. Back up. I'll close the door on the bitch. Now come in.
Close the door on her back
Yeah.
foot while she
Yeah.
walking.
No, I make her come back out the door and close it and make her open it for herself. Shit.
Cold game.
Shit. It's a cold game. You hear how
Yo,
the
let me
city
tell you,
girls rap. I can't
the
be
last time
nice to these women.
the last time I was super nice. Here goes the biggest simp move I ever did. I think I was in middle school, and it was Valentine's Day, and I was like, you know what? I like this girl a lot. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even talked to her like that. I don't think she really knew that I liked her. And I came up in there with a whole bouquet of flowers, and she was like, "Thank you," and then never talk to me again. And I was like, "Oh damn!" So something fucked up because my mom told me, "Oh yeah, get her some flowers."
and sir, I like how you want to go all the way to middle school and try to make up some simp story, nigga. You done simp since middle school.
All right, calm down, calm
Nigga thought
down,
he
everybody.
ain't like he ain't
Everybody
simp
calm
since
down.
middle school. Let me tell you about it. One time I simp. It was middle school. Stop it. You probably done simp yesterday.
Okay.
All right, Schoolboy gave us a simp story. Nobody else don't got those simp stories on this panel. Come on, man.
Thank you.
Shoot.
I don't have no simp stories.
Nah, man, you niggas lying, boy.
Man, I had it rough.
I mean, if this is to what extent have I went out on a date with a woman, paid for the dinner, and didn't fuck, or it never made matriculated into anything, materialized in anything.
Matriculated.
Yeah,
Lord,
I don't know where I was going with that.
Hey, you got Jigaboo helping you out. You know you down there.
Hey, but if that's a form of simping, yeah, I done did it.
No. That's not a form of simping. But let's say you meet somebody on Monday, and by Wednesday you spend $150 on food and drink for this chick. That's simping, bro.
No,
that's simping.
Salute.
You know what I'm saying?
It all depends on what your goals were, because $120 may not be nothing to you. You know what I mean? So that depends. See, I
Listen,
put
like-
$120
and then like
just a bitch be around. Cause I know once I buy a bottle, a bag of weed, fresh fit, I don't spend them $120.
and then did I spend $100 on her, or is like we bought this meal and it was like it came up to $70?
Oh, here go the justification of the simping coming through.
I'm asking.
I hear it. No. Go ahead. Tell us.
No, I mean, but I'm not finna peel off no 120 to a bitch and be like, here, take that, go have a good time. No.
I mean, you might have should have done that and got what you wanted from her. But listen, my point is this.
But a simping, once you get some pussy that cancel out anything you did before,
boom.
You know what I mean? Prior to getting no pussy, because it's worth it. It's only simping if it don't result in no vagina.
So hold on. Salute to TiWest. But that was what I was gonna go at next. Like, if you fuck, is it still simping then? If that's the case? And I guess
Depends. Because I mean, some of it, like, there's a real thin line between simping and tricking. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some niggas just out here tricking, and in the result, you know what I'm saying, in the process, they're simping as well. You know, and then sometimes, like you said, you got it, and it ain't no real big deal. I'm gonna drop it, whatever. But here goes my process. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go out and get a cup of coffee. you know, and I'm gonna get there early so I can get my own cup of coffee. So when you get there, I can send you to the counter to get your own coffee. You know what I'm saying? And I want to see how she handles that. You know what I'm saying? Like, sit down and let's sit down and talk. Like, if we can't get through a conversation at damn Starbucks in public and it's all weird as shit, I'm only out $2.50 and gas money, and I'm going the hell home.
This is what you do. This is what I'm gonna teach my son. You set up a date with a chick. You show up early. You order your food. You eat your food. She show up. She order her food. You know what I'm saying? And if you vibing with her, you stay. You pay for the meal, whatever. Right? If you don't, you go to the bathroom and you really hightail out of there, leaving her with her bill plus the bill that you accumulated before she got there.
Bitch get a surprise. She was like, that fuck nigga left me. I'm like, girl, I'll pay for my meal. Your meal. Nah. You know a woman been blew your damn phone up when he comes to don't spending some money. Oh, you ain't gonna play me.
Oh, nigga,
be at your house.
Cold, nigga. That nigga's cold.
Now, see, my definition of a first date these days is just pull up and let's hit this blunt. If you can't pull up and hit the blunt, then we ain't gonna work out no way. We ain't gotta meet at Starbucks. We ain't gotta go nowhere to eat. We can eat this J. Yeah.
All right. So, but J.Doug, you didn't. All right. TiWest says it's levels. It's only tricking if we got it. You know what I mean? But yo, not Steph. J.Doug, you ain't give us a simp story though. You saying you ain't never simp?
I simp, but I was called simping young. I was like SchoolBoy, 7th grade.
Oh, you gonna talk about my shit? Nah, 7th grade. Okay.
No. I think I brought a girl a pack of Starburst, and I was living with my dad and my sister at the time. And I had just moved from my mama's house. This was my first time living with my dad. Man, they called me a duck all like a week. I didn't know what a duck was. I'm like, oh, you a duck, you a duck. Oh, I didn't know what a duck was. But after that, I'm like, man, I need bitches nothing. Because it don't never work out. Like all the girls that ever really liked me, I never had to buy them shit. You know what I mean? And all the ones that I liked I was trying to get their attention, you got to buy them shit. So I just learned not to try to get a bitch attention. If a bitch ain't giving 100% cooperation, hey, man, I got to keep it pushing. Because that's too much work. You finna be buying, bitch.
Nigga ain't finna be big and spend time with you.
Bitch, somebody to like me. Shit, nobody don't like me, bitch. What you talking about? Shit.
I think me personally, since I asked y'all, I had a good track record coming up. However, once I got to I want to say my late teens, you know what I'm saying? my late teens, when I started sneaking into clubs and shit like that because I wasn't 21 yet. I think my version of simping was what I used to do, which I knew was against the rules, but I was so thirsty to fuck was I kiss a bitch fresh out the gate, knowing that you don't kiss this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I kiss her. Look at SchoolBoy bitch. I kiss her straight out the gate if I knew that means I get to take her home or go to her crib that day. You know what I'm saying?
But if I was younger, I would kiss. But now these grown ass women that swallowing, spitting, and scatting.
We were talking about that last night.
Nah, ain't no kissing, bitch.
Yeah, my thing was I ain't give a fuck as long as I'm going home with her. You know what I'm saying? I said,
yeah, put your mouth on her, man. Put your mouth on her. Don't let that stop you.
I was claiming right in the club. Right in the club. I was tongue kissing.
Oh man, I did that one time. This older chick, she was like 40. I was like 25.
Y'all do stuff I can't do. I be too caught up in my head.
Bro, I was drunk. We was dancing, and we danced about 6 songs straight. Next thing you know, she turned around. Shit, started doing it. Like I don't.
That bitch could have been guggling. Come. God.
Yo, my nigga TiWest says
bitch probably had a chopper in the throat to swallow it.
Then my nigga TiWest says, man, that train conductor hat definitely simping. I think he's talking about J.Doug.
I'm a simp by heart, but I gotta suppress my simping. You know what I mean? I like to simp because you know what I mean. You simp on a beautiful woman, then you eat the coonch. It just, you know what I mean. It's good to go in full simp mode. You know what I mean? Every now and then.
All right, so we're gonna go from simping to domestic violence. This next article comes to us from Variety, and this is about Amber Heard alleges that Johnny Depp, the actor, headbutted her the night before she appeared on James Corden's show. All right, so I'm gonna read some of this article, and we're gonna, I guess, hear about this actor headbutting woman. All right, Amber Heard giving evidence Wednesday at London Royal Courts of Justice on the 12th day of Johnny Depp's liberal trial against the publisher of the Sun newspaper. Alleged Depp headbutted her the night before she appeared on James Corden's The Late Show in December 2015. Depp is suing news group newspapers and journalist Dan Wootton for an article on the Sun's website that described him as a wife beater. Depp denies that he was violent towards Heard, to whom he was married from 2015 to 2017. Heard has described in her witness statement the incident in December 2015 as one of the worst and most violent nights of our relationship. Heard alleges that Depp slapped her, dragged her by the hair through the apartment, pulling clumps of her hair out, and then repeatedly punched her in the head. So, of course, so apparently he did more than headbutt her. He beat her up, pulled hair out her head, all this time.
Allegedly. You said apparently. Like you were there.
Yeah, so what's your thoughts on this, man? You believe it?
I think the government need to do more to protect men. Like, what, they were together from 2015 to what, 18?
Something like that.
2015, I think 2017.
2000 to what? To when?
15 to 17, they said they were married.
If it should be a law saying that, yo, if we ain't together for more than 10 years or plus, a woman should be legally have to leave you the fuck alone. You don't get no money. You don't get nothing. All this going around, I got beat. It's, you could tell it's just all for money. You got beat when you realize when he left you, you were broke. That's when you got beat. You beat your damn self up for being stupid and leaving Johnny Depp. But other than that, she ain't getting nobody beat her.
TiWest says Johnny Depp tried to fix them big ass teeth. Then he said he never went to jail for this BS. And
yeah.
Then, rightly, Jay, they gotta protect our rights.
Yeah, there's nobody no tech. You could do anything to men. I guarantee, with video out and all, that girl who was caught setting that man car on fire, I guarantee will be no consequences for her. I guarantee it. Letty would have been a nigga doing the same thing to a woman. It would be women online. Oh, that nigga need to get his leg locked up. And another thing, the reason why this stuff happens to men, because men don't stick together. I've been telling niggas this and men this for years. We have a situation like this going on. We either A, be trying to get some pussy from the woman that's acting crazy on the man, or we goddamn sitting there talking about, oh, ain't none of our business, man. That man. Women stick together. One problem for them is all they problem. That's why they always talk about, why you talk about women? Why you doing this? You need women. Even if a woman a hoe, and everybody knows she a hoe, women gonna still ride for her. Oh, she a woman still, don't be calling her no hoe. Yeah, it's raggedy, bitch. The bitch don't even got her kids. I don't care.
If there's any
mother, she's still a mother.
If there's any women in the chat, I'm gonna need y'all to speak up.
Shoot, if a man ain't doing what a woman think he should be doing, a woman start acknowledging herself as a man. I'm a man now. Happy Father's Day to me. Come on, man. We don't got no power as men because we done gave all our power up for pussy. That's all men want.
Is it? Let me try to be objective with it. Is it not women have to stand together so they can have a little form of power? Was that not a necessity?
All that women don't have power is a lie. Black women been running the black community for the last 70 years.
Yeah, but
shoot, all the black men locked up. What power? All that power is a lie. They don't got power.
All due respect, right? Our community is in shambles. So to be running the least positioned community is not really much power at all.
Well, that's probably part of the reason why it's at the bottom of the rung, because what other, unfortunately, it is what it is. Trying to run matriarchal households in a patriarchal society is the road to destruction. You're not going to be successful there because you're not playing the game correctly. It just is what it is.
Women don't want to give up that power. If you tell a black woman, oh, that's why when you tell them, oh, y'all need men in the house. We don't need no damn men in the house. We raised my son perfectly. I raised my kids. I take care of my kids. I do for my kids. My kids don't never go without. You ain't never seen a black mother. You never seen a black kid go without, according to these black mothers.
All right, but J.Doug, is that not coming from women who already don't have the men in the house? You know what I'm saying? But before you answer that, I want to introduce TiWest54 from Twirl Talk Sports TVs in the building. You want to chime in?
All right, get your twirl on, nigga. I'm about to do a little twirl myself.
Yeah, I heard you was coming. I heard you was coming at the Twirl Talk, bro. Shout out to y'all, man. We definitely ain't nothing like that though. Emmanuel Hudson back there.
I know y'all from New York. Y'all got that little dance y'all doing there.
Hey, she like the way that I rock. Hey, she like the way that.
You know that was in the 90s. That was a punk dance. You realize that, right? That was the first dance they come in the truck do. Hey, y'all.
You saying that was the It's Raining Man dance?
Yes, you know that. You can talk about it. Like they don't know what it is. So you talk about it was Raining Man dance? So you know the song?
Nah, I'm just fucking with him. I'm just fucking with him.
Hey, but,
what's up? Good morning, though, man.
Yeah, good morning, though.
I just wanted to shout y'all out, man, and tell y'all, man, I'm a fan of y'all motherfucking work and y'all show every morning. I promote y'all shit, so y'all got to keep pushing that because that thing is definitely tough.
Salute. Appreciate that.
Yeah, salute to you, man. You got some fire ass interviews. You interview Bino. You know what I'm saying? You can go check that out on Twirl Talks TV on YouTube, and we also going to be streaming that on the Union a few times a week as also. And you interview Manolo Rose. That was a fire interview. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's going on with Manolo Rose? He still hating on Troy Ave?
If you check the interview, he touched on that, man. Like he just said, he was like basically saying, you know, he put a song out there that he wasn't supposed to put out there. Feel me? And that shit started a bunch of bullshit, and you know, words were said, and the shit was actually spilled over to the streets. But
yeah, that's why.
Luckily, nobody got their life taken and shit like.
Somebody did get their life taken.
Nah, that had nothing to do with that. That was with text.
But not for nothing. We just to say that in Manolo's Rose defense, you know what I'm saying? He never was hating on him. Like he was real poised about it, especially in the beginning. Like people were trying to like drum it up on the internet and shit like that. He never spoke on it as if like he never talked about what he spoke about in TiWest interview publicly, you know, until he spoke to TiWest about it. What it was like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, because the nigga got their ass whipped in the street. I'm gonna just put it out there.
Well, you know, allegedly. I was just saying, we wasn't there, you know what I mean? We try to promote no craziness, you know what I'm saying? Salute.
That's what was said.
Yeah, salute the both, but that's what was said, you know what I mean? But salute to both of those men, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Manolo Rose wasn't hating on the man, not at all. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't.
So what was your question right before? I was in the zone right there.
Nah, you was talking some craziness about Twirl, nigga. Fuck out of here.
No, I'm talking about with the single mothers. You said something about single mother before you got on.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna just go back to that. That you keep blaming that shit on New York. That's young niggas, but at the same time,
it's New York.
Like he said, he was really that's like a adaptation of like the Michael Jackson shit where he was grabbing his crotch, and you got niggas on other coasts doing songs where they grabbing their crotch and all that shit. So that's sort of
that That kid, Lil Beast, had his fucking album that said he's gay. Matter of fact, 42 Doug just said he was sucking dick in the new song
to pay a rent.
You heard that?
Yeah, we was talking about that today.
Yeah, what the fuck? Type of shit he doing?
Rent keep going up.
Yeah, but
keep going down.
Yeah, he had to eat some man or something. I don't know what the fuck up with him.
Yeah. But nah, yo, so that's that's a quick introduction that we did in the show. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to see unedited versions of this, you know what I mean, we're gonna put them out eventually. But some of this is definitely gonna get edited because we don't want some of this shit to stick. But yo, we was talking about the dynamics between men and women, and we was talking about a domestic violence case. If you just jumped in here, where Johnny Depp basically is accused by his ex-wife of headbutting her, pulling her hair out, beating her up, all types of crazy shit. And internet says there's nothing wrong with a strong man in the house, but so many weak simp ass men around. And Mills Lane says jilted lovers, that's where we are, trying hard to hide our craziness. And Crab Daddy says what up to Ja, me, Schoolboy, and to all of us. Good morning, Crab Daddy. And TiWest, you came in the you're always more than welcome up here. You already know that. But
nah, hell yeah, brother.
But you came to talk to us a little bit about this dynamic between the men and the women and the domestic violence shit. So what's your thoughts on the situation?
All right. I'm gonna say it like this, because I live with my girl and shit. We got 3 kids. These is her children, my stepchildren. So we've been together for like 7 years now. So it's a big difference. Yeah. Nah, ain't nothing simping, nigga. Yeah. Ain't nothing simping. This real rap right here, man. This real rap right here, man. Like, if you knew the situation, nigga, if you knew the situation, nigga, I was in the situation.
I know the situation.
What was the situation? I'm gonna break it down to you in simplest form.
You probably needed somewhere to stay.
Man, to be honest, nigga, I met my girl while I was in prison, nigga, doing a 7-year stretch.
Oh, so you did need somewhere to stay?
I said I met my girl when I was in prison doing a 7-year stretch.
So you did need somewhere to stay?
Nah, I didn't need nowhere to stay. My family good. Boy right here went to school with me since elementary school. He know I'm good. All the way good.
You got you a rider.
It just happens like that, and it's easy. It's easy for motherfuckers to get it fucked up. Like, you do got some good motherfuckers out there that's gonna hold it down the way that's supposed to be held down. But I can also attest to, it's shit that comes about. Like, you ain't gonna be yelling at nobody else's kids, and that shit could make a motherfucker flip out. Like, if a woman is telling you ain't gonna be talking to my kids like that, and it's just shit like that. It's just shit like that. Like, not saying that's my situation, but I've seen motherfuckers lash out. As a matter of fact, I got one of my peoples, I ain't gonna put him out there. I had to drop him off at a domestic violence class the other day. So, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. And it was something as simple as he grabbed his girl phone and threw the shit, and now he gotta pay every week to go sit at this motherfucking class every weekend.
Yeah, that's battery, I believe.
Yep.
Yo, Keenan says salute to the room, and Crab Daddy says don't forget TiWest. Salute. Word.
Salute.
So with that Johnny Depp situation, she's only coming out now saying that Johnny Depp was beating her ass because we found out that Johnny lost a damn finger messing with this woman.
Johnny lost a finger?
She literally like either chopped his finger off or bit his finger off. Like, come on, dog. She's savage out here in these streets. So she's trying to stay away from that and try to get some of that money off the table. But from all the reports that we're getting from the people that were around, she was the one who was being abusive. So let's not forget that part.
Hey, somebody put something in private chat, Logic. This is what I don't like. It's no consequences for these women. It don't matter what these women do. There's no consequences for them. They could go lie. They can say they got raped, knowing nobody ain't rape them. They could do it's just like they could burn your car up. No big deal. It's just like, what can they not do?
Hey, but let me say, I one of the comments, Antoinette, where she said, is it's a lot of real men out here, but it's also a lot of simp niggas out here, whatever. Listen, every nigga be wanting to just be sweet on a lady. You know what I'm saying? You be wanting to do nice stuff for her, take her out, treat her. We be wanting to treat our women like queens. But it's like the second you start doing that, they start losing respect for you. It's like you can't ease up on your pimp hand, how the old head told me. You got to be hard on them. Y'all, why y'all make it so hard for us?
It's not true.
y'all make us hard on y'all, man. We be wanting to be sweet.
Don't start your morning off with the lies and shit.
Come
okay,
on, man.
please.
That's not true. That is not true.
All right, so tell us what's true, because I don't believe it.
Personally, I think that when a man is actually being nice to women, it's not that we don't respect them or anything like that. We appreciate them more in a sense. We become more submissive. But God becomes cooperative. We want to cooperate with y'all more. This is me speaking from my perspective. And honestly, when it comes to, I guess, letting up when you're pimp hand, that there's some truth to that at the same time, because a woman wants a man who's dominant. A woman wants a man who's going to teach them. So in a sense,
she wants a wheel kick from time to time. I get it. Go ahead.
Yeah. So it's important for a man to
remember that
woman. I can't.
Yo, she definitely said she needs a wheel kick from time to time. Please, let's memorialize that moment.
It is necessary. I mean, it is necessary. A woman, she respects a man who can foster her, who can teach her. But then the problem
you're gonna learn today. You're gonna learn today.
But the problem is, some dudes don't have nothing to really teach. Some dudes is out here with their pimp hand, but they ain't got it ain't backed up with nothing. So it's kind of like,
well, you're gonna learn to stop talking back. At least you're gonna learn that shit.
but if a dude ain't saying that, you're like, oh my God, why do you want me to shut up if you ain't even saying that? Like, so yeah.
All right, so
shit, if you too dominant, it's controlling, correct? That's what I was always told.
Yeah, it can be perceived that way, but I guess a real woman who is respectable of her man's position, she may think that, but she'll never come at him or take him down in public or anything like that. She could be somewhere in public with her man and you know, think in her mind like, oh, this nigga's too controlling, this nigga's like doing the most, but you know, she won't disrespect him out in public. Like, see, Camille, I have respect for Camille, Bill Cosby's wife. She's a rider. As much as Bill has been caught up in these past, you know, couple of years, you know, she stood behind his side and she stood out in the front with him. And I believe that that's what the representation of a real woman is. Somebody who stands by their partner.
And you got to understand, Camille.
She definitely got respect for the pudding pop. she definitely got respect for the pudding pop.
Bill, so it's easy for her to ride.
Well, yeah, if Bill worked at McDonald's, that may be a little bit difficult.
Yeah. And this is the reason why. I lost a lot of respect for Jada, because what has Jada Pinkett done in the last 10 years besides Red Table Talk?
Hawthorne.
Girl trip.
Again. What has she done?
She was pretty good on Gotham.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, Gotham. Yeah.
Okay, so Gotham is the biggest thing she did, and most people haven't seen.
Like some little nurse
movie? Let me stop y'all. She was not good on Gotham. She was trash. I love Gotham, but she was like the worst character.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I ain't gonna
like some little doctor show.
And that's the thing. Last time she was on that doctor show, she got caught up with J-Lo's ex, and the rumors started swirling about them.
Yeah, it was Mark Anthony, right?
Yeah.
He was smashing Jada too.
That's what the word on the street was. That rumor came out, and then the show was over. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Not smashing. They were entangled.
Oh,
right.
Right. You gotta have 9 inches or better before you get in an entanglement.
She was trying to channel her inner Tupac. I get around.
Oh, I respect what Antoinette Johnson just said. She just said a woman respects a man handling his business. Yes, if a man is handling his business and he has his life in order, that's what a woman respects. Usually, women only, I guess, quote unquote, get out of line or act out if, you know, they see that their man is all over the place. They see that their man is not put together. They see that their man is not handling business. That's when we want to step in. But usually if a man is taking care of things are being done, she'd be like, hey, she'll sit back. And
We know that's
Explain
not true.
August Alsina.
We know that's not true. Exactly. We know that's not true because Jada is living in a multi-million-dollar mansion with a superstar action damn movie star, multi-millionaire. This nigga done played Ali. You know what I'm saying? He's paying all her bills, all his bills, all the kids' bills, and she's messing with dusty ass August Alsina's crackhead baby ass. Nah. So you can't.
But you know, she never disrespected Will. I feel like the only reason why she even came out was because August was here doing promo for his album. She wasn't gonna say anything. She was gonna hold it down. She
Once
was.
you put another nigga dick in your mouth, that's disrespect.
Hey Jay, Jay, did you not say that women stick together? It don't matter. Jada could have murdered Will in his sleep and shit on his skull, and she'd be like, you know what? Hey, she had to do that. You know, she wasn't feeling respected. That made her happy. That made her happy.
No, because honestly, I think that with the whole situation with that, I think men look at Jada in a negative aspect because they can't.
He did something negative. Make up another reason why.
They look at things in reverse. Honestly, when a dude steps out on his marriage and he has a certain amount of money or he amassed a certain amount of wealth, they like, oh, it's the price of the game. It comes with the territory. It becomes that type of thing. But with,
that's how it goes.
Female, it's not the same thing. It becomes
Jada Pinkett was not the money maker. She was sitting at home looking pretty. She didn't have the right to find her boyfriend.
She had money. She wasn't broke. She still had money too. I mean,
but the reason why we still know about Jada Pinkett today is because she's Will Smith's wife. It ain't because Jada Pinkett is cool. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's why she don't have no right going out and find, like, if she gonna find a boyfriend, she should have found LeBron. She could have ran up on Jay-Z. There was a whole bunch of other dudes she could have ran up on, but she ran up on August Alsina. Name one song August Alsina did that everybody remembers.
No Love with Nicki Minaj, but that's the whole
okay. I don't even know that song. Thank you. My point is that's my point. Nobody knows this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows this man. Only reason why we know him is because he was messing with Jada Pinkett. That's why we know him.
Oh my god!
Now, he had that one song.
I love it.
I love it. Yeah,
I remember. I loved it.
10 years ago. All right, 10 years ago. We remember this song from 10 years ago. Yeah,
a long time ago now.
Yo, what kind of health issues they were saying he was having?
He was on drugs. That's what the health issues was.
I know I had read a couple years ago they said he was going blind. Was that true?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I watched his documentary. Yeah, it's some type of immune system issue where he can't walk and things like that. So he has some of his deficiencies.
So that's what you got to do to get with Jada Pinkett. You got to kind of start going blind, and she'll come to the rescue. Give you some pussy and give you the sight back. She out here doing the Lord's work.
Yes, sir. Yes.
No, but he going through all them problems. You can't be fucking nobody's wife and think you finna be blessed. You know what I mean? It don't work like that.
And your shit ain't even, and you ain't even functioning fully. Right.
You can't even see it. Yo, so I'm gonna read some of these comments, but I want to remind everybody that when you talk at the same time, it cuts other people's mic out. You know what I'm saying? So try not to talk at the same time, because then the mics nobody will hear what you're saying. You feel me? So right now I got everybody on mute, so the static is less, but I'm gonna unmute everybody. But I'm gonna read some of these comments. Let me see. Let me go back down. And we had some good comments. I want to get back to that. Yeah, so internet, like Vanessa said, a woman respects a man handling his business. And Vanessa spoke to that earlier. Dolphy Production says, raise her kids. And she says, nothing to teach, facts. Internet also says that I agree with her. Crab Daddy says, Vanessa definitely cries wolf. I don't know where that's coming from. Internet also said they trick on the wrong ones. Let me see. Crab Daddy also says, what's this weed shit?
Right. Coffee filter.
It was a lot of comments. I'm having trouble seeing all of them, but I'm just trying to, bear with me. The internet says Jada's tired of being beard. What does that mean? Jada's tired of being his beard. What is that supposed to mean?
She tired of putting on that front.
A beard
Right.
mean you hiding the fact that your husband is gay.
Yes.
Okay. I can see that.
The Lord's work.
Dolphy said Jada was looking to be happy. Happiness necessarily doesn't mean with a person who has money or clout. Will been in his own entanglement.
And I'm gonna tell you like
Will
this,
has the right
black
to be
women
in
don't
an
make
entanglement.
good beards. Black women don't make good beard.
Wait, why not?
That's a white woman thing.
It is necessarily
No,
a white
because-
woman thing. That's true.
Yeah, because white women know, okay, boom, I'm his beard, but I don't go out and get no other dick. I play my role. See, black women like, oh, shut your little gay ass up. I'm gonna go out here and fuck something too. Your little punk ass. You know how black women is. They use it against you. They start treating you like you gay. They'll turn it to the man on you. Oh, you gay? Good. Let me tell your ass something. You sit your little gay ass down and pay you big. I'm like, damn.
Yo.
Oh God. Yes, we do handle it differently, but we're still riding for our partner.
Vanessa,
No,
have a
y'all
good
still
morning.
make sure
You gonna
y'all
come over here.
lifestyle stay the same. You ain't riding for nobody.
Schoolboy, what was you saying?
I was saying, have a good morning, Vanessa. I mean, you done came out here and try to defend these women when the shit don't even make no damn sense.
No,
yeah, I know she cheated on him, but you know, and stuff like this. No. Listen,
I'm telling you, if this was in reverse.
Hold on. If this was in reverse, hold on. We'll go with it. If this was in reverse, real quick, I'm gonna address that real fast. If the reverse was Will Smith's grown ass found him a 19, 20-year-old girl who was halfway blind and on drugs, and that mama was on drugs and was like, I was just trying to help her, so I just laid some penis into her, and we were in an entanglement for a few years while me and my wife were separated. Women would be dogging the hell out this dude right now. They'd be like, Will is canceled. If Me Too. He must have found her when she was 12. All kind of crazy stuff would have come out of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
They do make up some crazy ass shit.
That's what happened. But because it's Jada, women are like, well, she needed to find her happiness. What? She took advantage of that money. Look, no 22-year-old is ready for no 46-year-old boom boom. He's not ready. His mind isn't mature enough for that kind of action.
Not no Jada.
I got money say Jada ate his ass.
Ooh.
Bruh, with Jello. With Jello.
Jello shot?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Jello
Really? Really?
All right,
Maybe he needed that.
Dolphy Production says facts. P. Williams says facts. And Crab Daddy says Vanessa would make a good beard.
I appreciate that. I think I really, really would.
I would not have no black woman as my beard. White women understand you getting your rectum wrecked. Black women don't understand no stuff like that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that black women will bring that up at Thanksgiving.
What?
Black women wait till the worst time to put your business out.
Yeah.
They want to wait till your birthday dinner with all your family, kids gathered around.
Don't get
put
cute.
y'all shit out there.
They'll just throw it on you just to check you. You'll be checking her, but like, damn, babe, you ain't gonna make my damn plate? Man, you gonna sit your loose booty ass down. Oh, damn. You're sitting up here butt leaking daily. And you talk about fix your damn plate. Better get your mama to fix your damn plate.
J.Doug, you sound like you gave this shit too much thought already, man. Like you talking about.
I know how these black women give it up.
Dolphy Production, we would have canceled Will facts. You know what I'm saying? And Crab Daddy wants to know, can Vanessa twerk?
I could to save my life. I can twerk to save my life.
And y'all wouldn't have canceled Will. If Will would have put that same bullshit Nick Cannon got on his head, y'all would have been rolling with him. Stop it.
All right. Yeah. So this next article comes to us from heavy.com. So apparently there's a slew of women trying to blow up niggas' cars out in these streets right now. So
what?
Yeah, so it says
that shit blew her ass up.
Mm-hmm. It says Watch woman blow back from Jeep explosion after she's pouring liquid inside the vehicle. So before I play the video, it's a little popular video. I'm going to read some of the article. The video shows woman in a black hooded sweatshirt with a face mask pouring something from red gasoline can into the back of a window of a black Jeep Cherokee. The woman uses a barbecue grill style gas lighter, stretching her arm inside the car to ignite the liquid. The woman is knocked back, hitting against the parked car beside the Jeep. The woman crawls away from the Jeep, but then returns to pick up the can and the lighter. The video continues for more than 30 seconds, showing the Jeep engulfed in flames. At the time of writing, the woman in the video remains unidentified. However, sidebar, this video has been linked to an incident that occurred in Madison, Wisconsin. In the case that NBC Madison reports that a woman named Kelly S. Hayes, 34, is accused of setting fire to her former boyfriend's car in the city on July 21st. Hayes is facing charges on arson and criminal damage to property in that case. The Madison Police Department blog says that the incident involving Hayes also involved a Chevy Impala, not Jeep Cherokee, because apparently these incidents are getting confused. Police say that the fire in that case was extinguished. The police blog adds that Hayes is accused of breaking the vehicle windows with a baseball. The viral video shows the car window to be intact. There is no sign of a baseball bat. Heavy, this website, has reached out to the Madison Police Department to comment. The one version of the video that's spread on Facebook gives the location as Dallas, Texas. Heavy has reached out to the Dallas Police Department for comment, and I don't think they have a comment. So I'm gonna show both videos. They're both short. So this is the one where the woman sets fire to the Jeep Cherokee. And
we got fire.
Hey, watch how she fell. Watch how she fell, though. She did the Peter Griffin fall on the ground. You got to take it back.
No, that should make her body stand up straight. That wasn't nothing but God. God was like, bitch.
that
Why
was
did she put her head in the fucking? You had to put your head in there. She must have had a crackhead lighter.
she had the barbecue style lighter.
You was there, that mother.
Yo,
Logic. I just sent you a video. Can you take a look at the video that I just sent you on Messenger? That somebody did a remix of this with the song "Bomb and Gilead" on the background, bro. We have to watch this video because it's hilarious.
Is the song going to get us flagged?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay, I see it.
That was ugly.
You know,
did that girl? Did she go to jail? Who blew that car?
Oh yeah, she went to jail.
No, not that one. She's unidentified. She got away with that. So the one that went to jail. Before I play the spoof video, let me just play the video of the one who actually got locked up.
Some breaking news out of the Grand Crossing neighborhood. Take a look at this video. This is 69th and Dante, and wait until you hear what one woman thinks happened out here. So a 29-year-old woman is telling police that her ex-boyfriend actually came out here, poured accelerant all over her Jeep, and then lit this thing on fire. So obviously they still need to investigate, but that's what this woman is claiming. As of right now, no
so that is actually a video of a December 2019 case in Chicago.
So the dude put
my case.
Yeah,
so the dude did that to her.
Yeah, but recently there's another, I guess, situation where a woman did that and got arrested, and they said Wisconsin, something like that. So
the lady in the first video with the Jeep, she's been doing that to other people. Like, is that like, or did she just do that to one person?
No, I think she just did that to one person, but she's she got away with it basically.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can think is that he gave her something. For her to sit up there and burn his car up, that was a sign of the times. She's like, "You burned me, nigga." I'm gonna burn up your shit.
No, it wasn't no burn.
Yes.
Black women get STDs every other day. They ain't worried about that. We talking about
what?
Hell no. We not
Did
going
you
for
see
that
the
shit.
STD statistics in the black
I'm not saying.
community?
Well, let me not say that they don't, but I'm just saying that shit is not something that's like easy to get over with. Like that to me, that would make a bitch want to burn somebody's shit up. Like I don't see why not.
In all due respect, so your logic is, because he gave me the clap, now I'm gonna be sitting in prison with the clap.
That's yeah. Nigga logic.
All right.
Nigga logic.
And
Nigga
number
logic.
one, black women know if they burn your car, there's no consequences for that. See, I heard the guy in the story, they had when the woman got her car burned, she was all on the news. Oh, we looking for the ex-boyfriend. This man car didn't make no news. Nobody ain't come check on this man. And
That man about
one
to get a
woman
good
got
insurance
arrested
check.
in Wisconsin. We know she was white.
So Keenan says, big dummy. Antoinette agrees with Ty. She says that video is an insurance company's dream claim.
Oh, it is.
So P. Williams says that video is crazy and funny as fuck. Mills Lane is laughing. Keenan says, you gotta flick the match, lady. Shaking my head. Antoinette, I want to know what the fuck he do to her. And Keenan says, blew her damn eyebrows off. Mills Lane says, somebody need to make that a shirt. And then the internet says she did fly back like a cartoon character. I hope it burned her eyelashes. And Mills Lane says, fire Marshall Belinda. Internet says that's what good sex do to you.
Oh, that's true. That's actually very true, Antoinette.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Good dick would make you go out there. Yeah.
It's not the good dick. It's just the control that the black woman had for the last 70 years over the community, and they realized the only thing they have not mastered and control is a nigga dick. That's the only thing we haven't gave them. So anytime that don't go their way, they lose it. It ain't about the dick. They'll go find some more good sex.
Preach.
It's about that control that black women want over the black community. And they haven't been able to control. That's the only aspect of the black community they haven't been able
that
to
much
control.
Because I can't say it's that much control. Because honestly, when somebody get good dick, they just want it to themselves, and they want to know that if you're gonna share it, they want to know exactly where it's going and how long is it gonna be away before it comes back. That's all.
Good dick gonna be shared.
We know that
gonna be shared.
We know that we are some of the bitches who are sharing the good dick.
Oh, you're gonna have to share this good dick. Absolutely.
We know, but we just want
just be for you.
We just want to know.
You just want the control.
No, we just want to know how is it going to be shared.
That's control.
That's control.
That's
Yo, she is the perfect politician for black women. Right.
Who hitting it? Like that's
no.
Please, I just want to remind y'all, please, when y'all talk at the same time, we'll cut each other out. Before we unpack the theory of the good dick and the woman have blowing shit up for good dick, let's look at this 20-second spoof that Schoolboy sent us. Let's see what's going on here.
There is a bomb in the air. There is a bomb in the air. There is a bomb in the air.
Is that some type of gospel song? I don't know that song.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know that song either. We don't have to watch the rest of it. I just wanted to see y'all sync that shit up, man, and share it in the group chat. Yo, that was hilarious.
It's over there.
Did they say
my phone charger?
Hey, did anybody did they say did that girl get injured?
We don't know because they don't know who she is. They didn't find
she
her.
had to get injured.
Oh,
she might be good because she got a mask on. So that shit might not have face like that. She worried about corona.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, she got a concussion. I was watching this with a friend of mine who's a nurse, and she was like, "Oh yeah, that's a concussion." She got a concussion, but I mean, when you watch the full video, you see she hit the ground. Like this video shows her just picking that shit up and running. When you watch the real video, she didn't know where she was for a second. She started crawling away, and then she was like, "No, I remember. I left the gas can and the other shit over there. Let me go back and get it."
She thought about that Rick Ross verse. Don't forget the gas cans, jelly stupid motherfuckers. That was a shot at 50 when 50 Cent burned his baby mama house down.
All right, so yeah, let me go to some of these comments. The internet agrees with you, says yup. Hold on here, Echo, pardon me.
Sharing good.
Dolphy Production says sharing good dick. Nah, son. Keenan says plot twist, that's the side chick's car.
Ooh. Now you come out the house think you just done got that good ass dick, done lost your damn truck. You know that number, God.
That was his Taurus that she got blew up into then.
Ooh.
That black Taurus?
Oh, that was the nigga. That was a good dick. Oh, that is a good dick nigga car. Taurus? One of them year Taurus?
Yo,
pull up that bitch running hot.
How the fuck you yo, listen, yo, Ty, what's up? Ty, what's up?
Nah, I was gonna ask Jay and them did what they think about the Washington Redskins dropping their name to just the Washington football team. Y'all heard about that shit?
I talked about that the other week. I said that ain't nothing but black people and white people complaining about the name. The Indians don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they got their casinos.
Yeah, they don't care about that shit.
I mean, if that's a whole bunch of teams, right? It's the other team gotta change their shit. If that's the case, right?
Yeah.
What the Chiefs, Caves, who else? Everybody else gotta change their names.
Listen,
getting too sensitive. This world too sensitive now, man.
I mean,
they even fired Aunt Jemima. They fired Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben.
Let me stop y'all. You do realize redskin is a slur, right? You do understand that.
It's a definitely.
It's not brave, definitely. Not chief, redskin.
It's
black. No, I'm just saying.
Black skin is
I get everything you're saying, right?
It's just a description.
It's just a football.
I get team. No, I'm with you on that. But what I'm saying is, it's crazy. Like the whole for whenever, because they say it's gonna take like 2 years before they actually get a name. So for the next 2 years, they're gonna just be known as the Washington football team.
Hey,
that shit is weird as fuck to me.
That's fine.
See, y'all went
just coming from a sports fan. Just coming from a sports fan.
If the Redskins, the Indians probably like that name, Redskins. See, if it was a team called Big Dick Niggas, I wouldn't have a problem with that. That shit ride, nigga. Shit, them niggas be balling out there.
I don't know. I don't think we hear the natives' voice enough to know, how mad they would be about it. I do think they got.
To be honest with you, go ahead. My bad.
I do think they got other shit to get into besides boycott that team. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that we hear enough of their voice to know how they feel about it.
You know what? I don't
black and white drama.
To be honest with you, I could care less because when black people have issues, we're not hearing from a bunch of native folk talking about some hey, help them black folks out. When the native folks got their reparations and they were supposed to share with the black people who they had enslaved, they didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes down to it, they don't like Redskins. We don't like being called N-word. They don't have nothing to say about that. I can care less about that. You feel me? Like, but if white folks want to go ahead and go to battle with each other about Redskins, let them do it, because a lot of the people who we call quote unquote Indians are Indians the way what is that woman's name?
$5 Indians. You talk about
what's her name?
That bitch name. She a loser. It don't matter.
Yeah. Anyway, the one who was running for president, Elizabeth Warren. Elizabeth Warren. A lot of the Indians that we see in the world today are like Elizabeth Warren. They just say they're Indians. They try to get the benefits and then they go to hell on. So they're not really thinking. But see, when you talk about like Native Americans who are actual Native Americans, and when you see them talk to the American people, they talk like they talking down on you, and they talk like they insulting you. I'm telling you that because I've heard them actually talk officially to the United States government. They be like, "Well, we don't know what's going on."
Next to a reservation.
Yeah, when them Native Americans talk about Americans, they talk about us like we ain't shit. When they talk about the administration, they talk about the administration like it ain't shit. When you got somebody talking about like, oh, we just want peace and reconciliation, we just don't like the way that they use the word. You know, when they talking all real nice and stuff like those ain't real Indians, man. They're not real Indians.
I was the natives that I know.
And
I know some.
I live right near reservation.
I know some natives in Hold on, Tom. I know some natives in California. Some of them are friends. I know one of my close homegirls is Native American, and she's down. She's all down for the cause. You know what I mean? So I know I hear what you're saying. Where some of the fake ones might not give a fuck, but some of the ones that are more, you know, socially conscious, they get out there and put boots to ground with us, especially in places like the Bay Area. But go ahead, Ty. Ty.
Now I'll say I live right next to a reservation. Yeah, you hear me, Jeez?
Yeah, I hear you.
Am I on?
Yeah, it's just a little delay.
I live right next to a reservation here, upstate New York, or whatever. And just going in that shit, they treat you like to get cigarettes or whatever. That shit is totally. It's like another world in that shit. Like when you go up in there, it's everything, and that shit is just like. When you in that motherfucker, like you get out of line one time, they going upside your head, and ain't nothing you could do about it. You heard?
Why
that
black
shit is
people
different
don't
in the
got
reservations.
reservations?
I don't know, bro, and I don't know, bro. That's some real shit to talk about right there. Well,
and
they got them shits all upstate. They got casinos on them, everything. They eating up here.
Let me say something.
Niggas ain't negotiate.
I'm not saying that Indians would speak on black people's behalf or speak up for us, but it's not. Let's not act like they got some voice where it actually carries weight, okay? Because they couldn't stop motherfuckers from putting a pipeline through their drinking water.
I was gonna get to that too. Yeah, they was out there crying.
It ain't like they got.
But they did get a whole half of the state of Oklahoma, though.
They had the whole country, nigga.
And they probably did not have the whole country. They probably were just in a couple places.
J.Doug.
Right.
Of course, they had the whole. They didn't just have North America. They had the Caribbean and South America. That's what the Native American is. North America, South America, and
there were black people over here too.
I was going to get to that because they had the Aztecs and the Mayans who were
Americans.
Yeah.
I don't know how we flip history and we try to
Jay, I got to
sectionalize everything like this the Native American. No, it was other people around.
It was black people here before the Native Americans even came. Native Americans were created.
Black people the first on Earth, but then Native Americans was here first.
Exactly.
Well, actually, I could. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, I never said who the Native Americans was. I just said the Native American. That's just describing the people. I'm not talking the actual tribes, the Tainos, the Arawaks, the Caribs, the like you said, the Aztecs. I'm not going into the tribes. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying I'm calling them, describing them as Native Americans.
Yeah, as how we recognize them in present day.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to call them an Indian.
Hey, let me ask you a quick question. I got a quick question, right? Since we on this topic, I did on my show yesterday. It came up is I always identified Samoan people as being black, and I've never once heard any of one of them identify with being black because they're black. If you Samoans and look at us, they're the closest thing probably to an African is a Samoan, and that it just baffles me that when we going through all this shit we going through, I've never seen a fucking Samoan say, hell yeah, black this. Like, am I wrong or am I, or do you
don't nobody really want to be the great Paul Mooney said it the best. Everybody want to be a nigga, don't nobody want to be a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. So they want to be niggas when it's time to quote T.I. and these rappers and stuff like that,
and dress like us and shit.
But when the police pull them over, I'm not black. I'm Samoan. Okay, hold on. You know what I'm saying?
Pacific Islander.
Yeah, I'm a Pacific Islander. When that loan modification come up, they not black. You know what I'm saying? When compensation come around, they're not black, but any other time.
When that loan modification come up, I'm not black. You trying to tell me I'm gonna click black on the application? You hell no. Listen. When that application come through, I am not black.
Right. According to corporate America, I am a young white man. Okay, I've been a young white man since 2011. And for compensation purposes, I will always be a young white man. Believe that shit.
And I want to say something too. I don't like that old notion that everybody want to be like black people. Nobody don't want to be black people. Nobody don't like black people. All right. Stop trying to sugarcoat stuff. Nobody don't like black people. That's why the Samoans don't want to be black. They don't want to have nothing to do with black people.
They don't like black people. They love black people. They love black people.
No, they like to do the monkey dance every now and then. Other than that,
all right, well, my take on that is that in this country, all right, so Slim says the real indigenous people were black anyway. So my take on that is speak to what you guys are talking about with who the natives are and who as far as them being descendants of Africans and all that. Black is not a nationality, it's a color. You know what I'm saying? So that whole system of race that we know it, how we know it in this country, that shit was given to us and is a social construct. So with that being said, anybody who's not white can be black, like just like other people who weren't originally white claim white now, right? So originally white was for the Anglo-Saxon type European or whatever, not the Irish, the Italian, and all these people who conformed into that. So really anybody in this country could drop their nationality and claim that they're black if that's what they wanted to. But with us, with a lot of us, we don't know where our family come from, so that's why sometimes we stick to black. But if we had a country and or flag to rep, a lot of times we would, probably resort to that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, being black is not a nationality. So if someone knows their nationality, yeah, they might not call themselves black, but they could, because black, that's all black means in this country, is you're not white. You know what I'm saying? Evan X says they love blackness. They don't like being treated like black folk. And who would? Because being treated like black folk is not a badge of honor. But
they don't like the way black people treat each other.
But to speak to the Samoans, so in New Zealand, that you have some Aboriginals doing with the Samoans and what they know as the haka dance, and they was doing this in a protest for Black Lives Matter. So I think we should give them their credit for standing up for us somewhere in the world and not say that it's all of them, because I don't think it's all of them. Especially, like I said, in the Bay Area where the Samoans are heavy, they definitely are one and the same with, the quote unquote black people in the Bay. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead.
And we got to stop giving these people credit that come around clout chasing, trying to get viral off of us, and stop claiming they down with the movement. These people out here trying to get shine. Obviously, these motherfuckers come out here with a whole organized day. They ain't think about you. Y'all give people credit for everything. Anytime anybody from other culture come around, it's just happy to see you. It don't matter why you here. You here because you love us. No, they here because they trying to clout chase.
They could have stayed home. They could have stayed home.
Yes, they should have stayed home. They not doing nothing for us coming out there dancing.
Right, gumming outside beating their chest. As soon as the cops come, they gonna be like, "Oh, all right, I'm out."
Do you want to live with some black people? How about give us some of that money y'all hoarding over there? Yeah, they come out here and do the monkey dance because that's all we think black people is.
And they go back to their business.
And we're gonna go back. Yeah.
I'm playing this in response to us saying that we never got it. Y'all saying I've seen it, but y'all say y'all haven't seen them stand up for us, or
I still not seeing it. I see them dance. I don't see them stand. I don't see them sitting there trying to talk about getting no laws passed. Everybody think black people is just a good time.
In a whole nother country.
Anytime motherfuckers want to come down black people when it's time to smoke and drink.
I will stop you. Let me stop you there, because I agree with you to a certain extent. It is a whole shit show. It's a whole song and dance.
Right. I'm trying to see what that dance.
But my nigga, they couldn't change no laws if they wanted to.
But that's what I'm saying. Go on, stay home. They out
there doing the same thing black people doing.
Clout chasing.
Basically just making noise.
No, that's true. They just carrying on.
They're not just carrying on. First of all, the dance symbolizes strength, is a warrior thing, and those are our relatives. So yeah, they stand in solidarity. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody black people.
If you want to talk about us being the indigenous of this country,
but how come they don't say that you are a relative? We always talk about they.
If you want to talk about us being the indigenous in this country, What you got to understand is those are our relatives. You know what I'm saying? That's why he even brung it up and said they look just like us in a sense. And you know what I mean? Those are relatives. So yeah, in other countries they did stand for us. Yo, in certain countries they had it worse than us. I want to say in Australia, the Aboriginals out there were hunted like straight up animals.
But I was gonna say there are no more Aborigines.
and they skin a lot of times is jet black, darker than us, jet black, purplish.
You can't find them out there. They're no longer.
There's another country, I think it's called Papua New Guinea, where they're actually like killing.
They shoot people on sight. Oh no!
Yeah.
Are you talking about that? I was talking about the I forgot the name of the island. It's an island in the Pacific, not too far from Australia, where it's a bunch of black Indians.
That's what I said. Papua New Guinea. Papua New Guinea.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's Papua New Guinea.
Where they don't allow nobody on the island and they shoot people on sight from afar.
No, you're talking about the North Sentinel Islands.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, they got smart.
That's the North Sentinel Islands. But then you got another one out there. So it's a lot going on, man. So long story short, though, I think to that point, and those folks aren't gonna say we black, because they don't even speak our language, right? But they're dark like us. But you know, we want other people to acknowledge us, I think, in certain instances, but really more so than that in this time, it's more about what's the policy gonna be. Because if we're not really talking about what the policy and how that policy turns into tangible benefits, not just our feel-good benefits, then we're not really doing much. And we got to do more, you know, in that respect.
And I want to see black people stop losing that. Oh, it's a white guy at the cookout. Let's have fun. Let's see. Oh, he can dance. Black people got that too much. Other people from other cultures come around. They start doing a nigga wiggle. Then everybody be like, "Oh, look at him! He can do the nigga wiggle."
He said the nigga wiggle.
We just so happy that
is
motherfucker hit the nigga wiggle. We lose all control. It's like, yo, motherfucker come around to just do the jig and laugh at us. They don't want to be. They don't support you in nothing. They think you actually a joke.
Well, you know.
I was gonna say, and that's the problem, because honestly, when black people do the nigga wiggle, or they get white people to do the nigga wiggle, white people don't understand that it's okay for a black person to be serious. It's okay for a black person not to jump and jig and stuff. Because I get that often. A lot of times where I had corporate jobs and stuff like that, it was always a thing. Oh, if you're not smiling, you're aggressive, or if you're not smiling, it's a problem. You know, just because someone's not showing their pearly whites that they're mad. No. It's sometimes just, it's okay for a nigga to not be tap dancing. It's perfectly fine.
And that's why those Samoans came out there. Because they know anytime it's time to go around black people, it's time to just have a good time, drink, smoke, nigga wiggle. That's it.
Stop it.
We was really focus on our issues, you wouldn't see these people. It's just like I said before. I don't know if y'all heard me.
I'm trying to save you while you're here. Listen, I was trying to agree with you.
You can't save me. I don't need no saving. Black people need to stop claiming everybody that's not claiming them.
Yes.
Listen,
everybody. They're my people too. They're my people too. They don't never say that about us. Nobody knows.
Listen. I wanted to agree with you with the whole we get hyped when white men's at the barbecue dancing our dances and all that shit. I see the video with the white teacher doing all the dances with the kids, and everybody think it's the flyest shit ever. We definitely love to see. Remember that it used to be a white dude who used to go to Apollo and do reggae, and everybody go crazy, but they'll boo the shit out of a black man in a second if he don't hit one note. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you there, but I'm not going to say that Samoans and other indigenous ethnicities are not in support of black people because they don't want to denounce their nationality to call themselves black. That's ridiculous. Why would you want to denounce where you come from to call yourself black?
Rachel Dolezal know what's up.
Rachel Dolezal was white though. She knew what was good. She knew that if she wanted to stand behind the race and be in fully support, she knew what she had to do. She had to convert.
Let me tell you like this. If the Chinese people is having some type of protest about their action and you come up there as black group of people and y'all start nigga wiggling rapping, they gonna get y'all the fuck out of there because they trying to handle serious business and they don't got time for that dumb shit. Yes?
Yes.
All right, let's stop playing this game.
Yo, that gotta be a new dance sometimes
like
too.
Make up stuff.
The
they
nigga
really is in solidarity with us. Wow.
Some of them
you go today protesting with a nigga wiggle and see how far you get.
You'll be in the back, nigga wiggling.
Yeah, you will be out of there. The Chinese people snatch your ass up so fast and tell you to cut that dumb shit out.
It's not one. It's not one.
Man.
It's all, man. That's what I'm saying.
It one fit all.
No, it's not.
It's a snapback.
That don't even make sense. It's not one size fit all. You know
yes, it is. I know, because when the black people issue, people already know it's not a serious thing.
All right. So Slim says that's because we're oftentimes more willing to accept people in our culture versus the other way around. Lex says, good morning, crew. Always good. Always
morning.
I'll chime in one day. She's shy.
Morning.
Don't be too shy. Definitely chime in. London Taylor says 100. And Mike Chrissy says The Rock is black. Laugh out loud.
Facts.
Yeah, so there you go.
I never heard The Rock say he black.
But he has it right. Vin Diesel ain't never come out and say
And I ain't never heard
That's,
Rock say
yo, that's
black
not
lives
true.
matter.
Both of them said they black. Yo, come on.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure The Rock said his dad is black. How can he
I
not say
always
he's black?
heard Rock say they Samoan.
Yep.
I never hear The Rock say he's an African American, sir.
No, he's black and Samoan. He'll say
I always hear him say Samoan.
All right.
Your ears are a little biased to
But then again, but to Logic's point, being black is race, and race is pseudoscience. It's not even real. But a nationality
real
can
in
actually be
2020.
real. No,
it might
it's
have started
not.
off not real, but now it's real. You take your black ass somewhere and try to act white and see how they motherfucking put your black ass back in the black place. It's real.
Okay. I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so some of the comments that didn't come up on the system yet, but I see in the live chat says The Rock said he was black in his autobiography back in '99 to J.Doug. Also, London Taylor says The Rock has implied many times in the WWE days that he was black. So, okay, here it is. So there it is.
They had him doing the nigga jig back then, so he had to be black. You had to sell that to black people. Yo, jabroni. Yeah, he had to put on his best black.
Oh yeah. He had to get that neck rolling.
What was black?
Black people swear they be woke, but can't see nothing.
Facts.
What was black about that shit, man?
Claim they woke, but they dead sleep.
I ain't hear no goddamn Triple H talk about la 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 la.
I knew that. What is this? What is all of that?
You remember you to say, "Do you smell?" Then he came out to the doom.
Yeah.
He was the only black man in the he was the black guy for WWE at the time. Now that he's not in there no more, I'm pretty sure if you ask him, he's Samoan.
I don't think that's the case. All right, so Chicago, we're gonna go to this next article. Actually, before I go to that, let me go to this comment. Somebody, P. Williams says, finally, I agree with J.Doug.
Oh, you always agree with me, nigga. You just don't. Your true palate ain't work. It's like a taste, but you know what I mean. It's a palate. You gotta know what I mean. You gotta get used to it. You gotta work that palate.
No, we don't know what you
truth
mean.
don't sit on your tongue. When you used to hearing lies so much, when you hear the truth, you gonna spit it out.
Oh, we hating that.
You like, no,
shit.
this don't taste like a lie.
All right, so let me go to this next article. Chicago mayor agrees to allow deployment of federal police to Chicago after call with Trump. So this is the mayor that we all have been joking on with the fade, the tape up fade. You know what I'm saying? It says the article goes on. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot expresses agreement with President Trump's plan to deploy federal police to the city during a Wednesday evening phone call with the president. According to the mayor's office, Trump has ordered the Department of Homeland Security to send 200 officers to Chicago, which recorded an anomaly high number of shootings over the past 2 months to quell the surging. The unrest in Chicago differs in kind from that in Portland, Oregon, which has seen continuous rioting and destruction of city and federal property over the same period. Lightfoot had previously rejected the deployment of federal police in Chicago, writing on Twitter on Tuesday. Under no circumstances will I allow Donald Trump's troops to come to Chicago and terrorize our residents. And she's already backpedaling on that thing.
Terrorize the residents. The residents are terrorizing the residents.
Yes, they're all the people who live there. You got Nene and Daquan going back at it, and they both live on the same block.
No,
they live there all
you
their
said
life.
the same block. They live in the same building now.
Same house.
You know what I'm saying? Like this, they live in the same project now. And I tell you, that's where the war started up from. Rival gangs now living in the same project building.
Born with
in the same neighborhoods too, because once they destroyed the high rises, then they kind of spread out into some low rises and or regular, I guess, houses, and then they just got spread out to the same neighborhoods. But go ahead, tell me how you feel about this. J.Doug already started. Steph, you want to go ahead and
I follow up in at the
Look,
end.
I really don't have no opinion on it. It's a chaotic situation. I mean, she finally agreed to it. So, I mean, I don't know how to feel about it. Something got to be done. Shit. Like you said, what that day is we came in.
15 people shot at the funeral.
Yeah. God damn. It was,
one
weekend we came in to do a show, and it was just like I think a Memorial Day weekend we came off of, and there were like 54 people shot this weekend in Chicago. We like, God damn.
And then you got people talk about, oh no, they just fudged the number because they black, and black people, they don't really be killing each other. I don't believe it.
No. It's they will shoot people.
And if you still live in Chicago now, you deserve to die.
And here's the thing too, right? Chicago, like most of these crimes are black on black crimes, right? But they don't never. It is a thing where they make it seem like it's only niggas out there shooting. No, it's a lot of white people in poverty who are also shooting each other.
No, sir. Don't try to crowbar that in there.
No. You mean to tell me you think
Yo,
that every
I'll pull up
time
the story.
Hold on. You mean to tell me every weekend it's 98 people shot and with nobody white?
Maybe
that's
one
just
or
not
two.
realistic.
Maybe one or two.
But then
they're not even worth mentioning.
Also, in addition to that, I do believe that they should bring the National Guard in, because it's not only black people shooting black people. Then you also have, and it's been a lot of suspicions about this, a lot of police officers and other white people driving around in unmarked cars doing drive-bys. I believe it. It's very, very.
People make up stuff just to deflect.
No, I tell you this: the cops are just as involved in street gang activity as the citizens.
But that's not the problem. The problem is them niggas running around killing each other, not no imaginary white man that may be coming, but maybe not come to kill you. No, we're gonna go for what's guaranteed happens.
They just don't get caught.
The police have literally started slowing down their production because somebody was held accountable for the Laquan. I'm saying his name right, Laquan McDowell.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I forgot the details of that case.
Yeah, but when one of the officers got held accountable for that, then they just like, oh, since y'all gonna do it like this, all right, we gonna slow down. We gonna slow shit down.
But what did the Quan Madon do, real quick?
Bro, I honestly I don't.
Yeah, because that might be justified.
All right, listen. Schoolboy definitely sent me the article that you wanted to say in response. Go ahead and find that. But I'm gonna chime in as Schoolboy finds that article, and I'm gonna say, first off, you saying what do white people have to do with it? Where the fuck are these teenagers getting military grade weapons from?
Blacks.
From black? No, nigga, no.
They dropping them bags.
That's so unrealistic.
Now I got a question. How come black people ain't capable of doing shit else? But if you get our hands on military equipment,
yes,
right, and we get it from ourselves, but we don't own nothing.
You don't know no white people to get it from. What white people you know?
Nigga,
they drop these bags and boxes off.
They drop a bag. They just drop bags of guns off.
Oh yeah.
There's been articles said to have people that admitted that there's been military grade weapons dropped off in certain these neighborhoods.
Dropped in Chicago.
Yes,
dropped in Chicago, not in certain neighborhoods. Dropped in Chicago.
In Chicago, and also let me just say this. This is documented, right? So there's first off, some of these criminal organizations were started, like the Vice Lords and People's, which is part of the People's Nation, as community empowerment groups. When they actually used to pay youth advocates to try to actually, change the hood or whatever. So just to throw that out there. So and then Gangster Disciples also turned into Growth and Development, but they didn't allow it. They tried to squash that too. But when the Vice Lords tried to turn into the El Rukins, right? They actually, how they squashed that movement was they sold them military grade weapons and then locked them up for it, which is actually, you're not even supposed to do that. You're not even supposed to, like, what's the word for that? I think it's entrapment. You know what I'm saying? Like you can like set up a buy and it be a sting, but you can't just like go to the person, press them and say, look, let me give you these weapons. Let me give these weapons, give them the weapons, and then come back later and say you got these weapons. But it's actually proven that they did that. So since then, they've been dropping off military style weapons in Chicago, military grade weapons. So that shit, it's been proven, bro. So these young teenagers is not just getting military.
I'm about to say this is
from a fucking gun show, my dude.
It was a video of a 17-year-old holding a grenade launcher.
Let me tell you this. If I walk out this door right now and somebody dropped a dildo on the ground, I'm not gonna use it. Just because it's there don't mean you gotta damn use it. We talk about people. If you had moral character, if you had a good family, if you had a decent value about yourself, you could find a gun every day of the week and still not go kill nobody, man. How is that an excuse?
I agree with that. Just because, yeah.
But when you're
just because you find a gun don't make you a killer.
But when you're a teenager, you don't have that same.
Even when I was a teenager, if I found a gun, I'm not killing nobody, sir.
But when you grow up in a kill or be killed environment, it forces these people to have that mindset.
So who is the people environment? The black people. So who need to be changing? The black people. If we stop looking for imaginary people dropping off guns and imaginary people that's got them riding around fake shooting people and start dealing with the problem and stop always trying to make up other problems to go deal with, we can handle stuff.
They're not imaginary, my dude. But yo,
that's the main problem. The main problem is the killing that black people doing. Every video, I seen 4 videos in a week of black people shooting in Chicago, broad daylight. It wasn't no white people riding up the street acting like they was black. These was black people.
All right, so let me read some of these comments. Slim says, yo, a couple of days ago, she was saying, fuck the feds. Trump must have got at her. I believe that. Redemption says, good move. No one has control there. Not implying this will change anything, but the city needs federal intervention. I hate my people referred to as animals, but that's what they are. She hates to refer to my people as animals, but that's what they are. Well, Slim says police state incoming. Good point. Evan X says stop putting that on Chicago gangs. What criminal organization has to wait for a holiday weekend to put in work? Good point.
Thank you.
No, but he's saying stop putting it all on Chicago gangs.
I ain't putting it on gang. I put it on the blacks.
When you say that, but those are black gangs. But when you say that,
people.
When you say that, that happened all that weekend, what he's trying to say is that there's a good chance that other shit was going on that was being put on us, because why would we have to wait until the holiday to go put in work? Redemption says Laquan, I think, talking to who y'all was trying to find the person's name earlier. Slim says facts at Evan X. London Taylor says, I remember Rondo wanting number 9 carrying a rocket launcher in Chicago some years ago. Exactly. Where the fuck is a teenager getting a rocket launcher from, J.Doug?
But this is what I'm saying, Logic. If that teenager had decent parents that was raising them with morals, values, respect, when they find a rocket launcher, they're not going to go kill nobody.
That is true.
Like this idea just because we think, black people just can't help themselves.
They take the bait.
This always come from somebody who's living in a slow-paced city. Like, it's different.
I don't care where you live in. I don't care where you live in. Morals and values are the same everywhere.
Away from your routine.
Sorry about that. That was an ad playing.
Morals and values the same everywhere, bro. It's not Black people ain't
not.
so helpless. We ain't so poor. We ain't so poverty restricted to if we find a gun, oh, I got to use a motherfucker and kill somebody.
Well, here's the thing. The reason why people like guns aren't plates. All right, you don't eat off of them, right? You know what I'm saying? They're not blankets. Guns are made to kill people. So when you get a gun, you're not getting that gun to scare people. You're getting that gun to kill people. That's what a gun is for. That's what a gun is for.
But if you have morals and values, you're not finna
You're gonna
use
still
the gun
kill somebody because
immorally.
that's what the
You're
tool is for.
No. Not gonna do it immorally. You're gonna be killing people for justified reasons. You're not gonna be coming to a funeral shooting 15 people.
According to what you think is right, but you don't know. The thing about it is,
it's only one right.
No. Let me tell you,
it's relative.
In everybody's story, they are justified, right?
Yeah.
So when I come to your funeral, I'm shooting it up because them the niggas that got my cousin. Now they all in one place.
This is what I'm saying.
In
if
my
that's
head,
the
I'm
case,
justified.
if that's the case,
everybody's
then don't
a
blame
hero.
white people.
Everybody is
white people ain't got nothing to do with that. White people ain't do nothing to you if that's the case.
What are you talking about?
White people ain't got no reason why you beefing with another black person.
That's not what I said.
Yeah, but everybody beefs. But if you drop off all these tools of mass destruction in the fucking community, somebody's gonna take advantage of it, and then the next person going. It's a slippery slope. It's a snowball. But yo, Miss Lexi says so true, Vanessa. I live in the West Burbs. Slim says the feds are bringing that shit in by train and van. Redemption says we make too many excuses. If someone gives you a gun, it's up to you whether or not to use it. I'm certain these same individuals will try to find a way to obtain a weapon either way.
I don't know where all these excuses come from,
bro. I'm
It's
just
like
asking.
excuse for
I'm just asking you. If you have a gun, right, and you get in the jam, would you rather have it? Or would you rather not?
I'd rather have a gun if I'm in a jam.
I'm just saying. Let's say.
But that's a moral use of a gun.
Would you rather have a gun or not?
You rather have a gun.
Okay.
What's the problem though? You're allowed to have a gun, but you're not allowed to use a gun immorally.
All right, let's go. Let's move on.
Again.
Go ahead, Steph. Go ahead.
I'm about to say again. If me and you start getting into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You might make a threat. I'm gonna take you serious.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you don't got a gun, I took you serious. Then I done pulled out on you.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Now am I immoral?
Yes.
For shooting this unarmed man?
Yes.
Who said he was gonna do X, Y, and
You
Z?
got a good black excuse for why you did it, but yes, you're still immoral.
All right.
Yeah.
If that's more than that happens all the time.
That is.
Okay.
That's just like you saying the girl was justified for getting shot because she spit on her. Just because somebody spit on you, just because somebody threatened you, don't mean you got the right to justify and shoot them. That's immoral.
I actually didn't even speak on that.
But no, I'm showing you what you're saying. If two immoral acts that don't require you killing nobody. Yes.
All right. Redemption Song says I actually agree with J.Doug on this one.
People always agree with me.
No, they don't.
No, the people who love the truth do. I'm telling you. And I'm getting a lot of people that starting to know the truth. That's why I'm going to start doubling down.
You do have a point. Just because, even when it came to crack in the 80s, I'm sure there was some people who seen or had access to crack and they didn't smoke it. So, I mean, that is relatively true. Just because you see something, that doesn't mean you have to pick it up and, join the negativity. You don't have to. But we live in a dog-eat-dog world. We live in a killed or be killed type of world right now. So I understand why a kid would find a box of guns and would say, hey, let me hold on to this because I just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I know you understand because you're black. But we have to get back to men to cutting out all these excuses. You got black men these days, they make more excuses than the black women. It's an excuse for everything. I never heard one black person, long as I've been doing podcasting. Well, I do, but I'm not talking about people that I talk to locally and stuff on my podcast. I never hear people say, you know what, this black people fault. I never heard no one person. It's always an excuse for every single thing black people doing degenerate. It's an excuse for
How
it.
did we get here? How did we
It's
get
for
here?
white people.
I know, right? I know, but every action is a
And I
reaction.
got here by my mama fucking one night. That's how I got here.
Every action is a reaction, bro. You know what I mean? Every action got a reaction, and it's not. I don't think it's about excuses. I think it's about reasoning. How, you know what I mean? Like he said, how do we get here? There's a way things happen. You know what I mean? These young kids do not just get military grade weapons on their own. They don't just go to the corner store and to
But
buy.
that's logic. That's not saying nothing about moral. That's not saying just because you find a gun, you know you don't have to use it.
That's
if
true.
you had
But
morals when you found a gun, you're not gonna use it.
Now, this is what you're asking.
You just said it's a cause and
You're
effect for
asking-
everything.
But this is mostly who's doing the shooting. Teenagers, very young adults who don't fully
Don't have morals.
They don't
Because their
fully
parents don't have morals.
They didn't even fully develop their brains yet. Scientific.
No. Just like I said, when I was a teenager, if I found a gun, I'm not going to kill nobody. I was a young adult too. We all was young adults.
Let me ask you this.
We never killed nobody.
Let me explain this. My homeboy was killed at the age of 15. He was older than me. I was like 12 when he died, right? And again, like I just looked at him like he was the big homie because he was, right? And he got shot on the way back home from a club because they got in a fight in the club, right? So it wasn't until I was about 25 that I realized, like, damn, this nigga ain't live. That's how long it took me to understand the concept of time. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas don't understand like what a life is worth until you get older. There's no way you can. There's no way a 19-year-old, 18-year-old mind can really get that.
It is a way. Your parents could teach you.
You can know what's right from wrong, sure.
But your parents could teach you, and you can understand from there.
No, people don't learn things until the shit happens. Like people learn from experience. They don't learn from just being told.
It's your favorite family tradition to drive to that familiar beach house with
Once again, pardon me, this article is telling us to move on. But let me read this comment. London Taylor says Ronald number 9 is serving 47 years now for murdering a kid in a drive-by. Slim says those guns represent opportunity to some. London Taylor says, "Oh snap! I just realized that schoolboy." Laugh out loud.
Salute.
London Taylor also says, "You know what they're saying? Better to have it than to need it and not have it." Redemption says, "Not our beloved Marion Barry." You know, he definitely was smoking that shit. Evan X says, "Ayo, that country nigga must not read." Don't blame it on him being a country nigga. It's just
no, it just black people. Anytime you don't regurgitate.
All right, we just lost J.Doug really quick. I'm sure they will fix that and come right back to us. But I think what he's saying is anytime we don't regurgitate, stuff that we all believe, then all of a sudden it should be a problem. Let me speak for itself. J.Doug, you back?
I was saying anytime black people do not regurgitate those same black excuses for every damn thing, you need to read more. You need to do more research because you're not running across them same black ass excuses that I'm running across. So you must not be reading. No, it just you read a lie and you believed it. And
Oh no. So sometimes you talk about, some people say that certain things are excuses because people are describing the origination of the issue, and that's not the same thing. That's not the same thing. And I think it sounds like
an excuse when it don't make sense. You can't tell me just because somebody drop a gun and
doesn't mean that it's not
it.
true.
Listen, just because you tell me somebody drop a gun and leave it, that's justified for black people be out here killing each other. That don't make sense.
No one said that. That's why it doesn't make sense.
That's what you said.
No,
that's what they said. Y'all said.
No. I don't think that's what we said. I think that
when you drop
there's a
guns,
lot more.
When I say they need to stop killing in Chicago,
you drop guns into a impoverished community, you create opportunities that wouldn't else be there. Correct?
That's not
correct.
So opportunity for what?
For someone to get shot.
Aren't there, if the guns aren't there, no one gets shot. Correct?
Murder is not an opportunity. Okay.
Yes, it is. I don't have an opportunity to shoot somebody with a gun right now because I don't want to. You know what I mean? But there's not a box of guns sitting next to my bed either.
But also, these people are not accepting responsibility for their roles. Just because something is there does not mean that they should be using it.
All right, well, let me.
I mean,
That is true too.
Back to
me
my
just do one
dildo
last
comparative.
one last
If
thing.
I find a
A
dildo,
dildo and a gun are the same thing. But here's the thing, right? If we're going to be serious about this conversation, we have to acknowledge the fact that it's very, very, very possible that the crime statistics that we're hearing about in Chicago represent war statistics. If these same crimes are happening in the whole country of Iraq, they would be war statistics. In Chicago, they make a crime statistics. And when you look at it, instead of looking at it as a major city with minor crime, you look at it as a major city that's also a war zone. Then you see, then we can start talking about the relativeness of the activity that's going on there. But we're not even being serious and really talking about what it is. There's a war going on in Chicago. Whether or not we want to call it that, that's what it is.
one quick question to wrap this up. So y'all think if nobody was around there dropping guns, nobody wouldn't be killing? If he wasn't just drones laying around, when the white man wasn't just dropping off guns, vans and trains or whatever,
All right, we heard your question.
It wouldn't be no killing, yes?
We heard your question.
They still will be killing.
I think it will be killing, but
I say that because they don't accept responsibility for what they do, and they'll still be like, "Oh, well, they sell too many knives down at the Piggly Wiggly." Like it would still be something.
Right, look, listen. I don't necessarily agree with all of what y'all saying, but I do agree they would still be killing. Like London Taylor says, if they didn't have military weapons, they
what the purpose of saying that then?
Well, hold on, let me answer your question, though, bro. I definitely don't think it would be in the same capacity. It wouldn't be that many people dying, bro. It wouldn't. The reason the story even came up is because the mayor is now going to allow federal intervention, and that federal intervention is under the guise of these mass killings. We wouldn't have mass fucking killings if we didn't have weapons of mass fucking destruction in Chicago, my nigga.
Like, okay, this is like this, right? There's already a fire being started, right? And then all you doing is dropping guns, metaphorically, is just like throwing gasoline on the fire. See what I'm saying? It's like, oh, well, it was gonna be on fire anyway. That don't mean make it worse. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but I'm saying is fits the morals of the people. That's what cut all that out. People not dropping guns off in the neighborhood ain't finna stop nothing. Yeah, it may slow it down if that's true. It's not nothing you could prove. Yeah, you could go to somebody who say, yeah, I saw it, but you ain't never seen nobody do it. All you seen is people using the gun.
We can prove it. I told you a story that's well documented. Go look up the story of the El Rukins, where they sold the military grade weapons, and this is.
But you still can't prove that's the gun they're using to killing. That might be the gun that's sitting
Hold
on the
on,
shelf.
hold on. The other thing that somebody brought up earlier, it was a whole young rapper that had a fucking rocket launcher, my nigga. You're not getting a rocket launcher at a gun show.
That could have been a prop. Number one, they do all that stuff. They be prop money and fake guns for the music videos and all the time. So let's not put too much on that. Come on,
all right,
y'all stop that.
Let's read the rest of these comments and move on to the next article. Redemption says they know right from wrong. That's not an excuse. Then the next comment says you can't rush maturity. Slim says nature versus nurture. Keenan says salute to London, my dog. London Taylor, salute. And then let me see. London Taylor says, you know I'm West Indian. Cut that out. They was having a conversation. Dolphy Production says nothing is 100%. Everyone doesn't have parents to teach them. A lot of kids are raised by the streets.
They don't have them.
Family tradition to drive to that.
My fault. Slim says death will still occur because of being disenfranchised. And then we got another comment that says J.Doug is the type of dude to blame the shorty if she got raped.
It depends on what you done, how you done got in that situation. Yes. you motherfucker ain't no accidental rape. You put yourself in a situation to get raped. Yes.
So walking down the street is a situation to get raped?
Nobody don't get raped just walking down the street.
Yeah, because that's never happened.
I don't say it never happened, but that's not the normally when women say they got raped, they say, oh, I was with a nigga, we were drinking, we were fucking, and he thought I wanted to fuck, but I really didn't want to fuck me, but he wouldn't stop moving forward. That's the story that you hear mostly. The motherfucker walking down the street, grab you, pulling you in the bushes, that's very rare.
Central Park 5 whole situation.
Stop. The Central Park 5 got a movie. You know that's rare.
No. The rare is what was rare is that they got off and got paid. That was rare. What happened to her was not rare. She was walking in Central Park and was attacked. That was
I would say this.
You know what rare mean? If people getting raped in Central Park every day.
Wait. Before you talk, Vanessa, and before you continue, J.Doug, I just want to say the views of the people on this panel are of their own. I don't fucking agree with none of this shit J.Doug just said about Chicago or women getting raped. And I don't know what Vanessa about to say, but I don't know if I'm agree with her neither.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
But I'm just saying, honestly,
man, if I can avoid getting raped, you can avoid getting raped.
Hold on. And I would say the same thing. I mean, never say never. I don't wish anything on anybody. You know, sometimes circumstances are out of your control. But if you see a police officer, somebody said this in a joke, and I can't remember who, but if you see a police officer walking down the street, or you see somebody dressed in a police officer uniform, you're going to run up to that police officer or that person dressed like one. You're going to say, help me. You're dressed like a police officer. Come help me. That cop can't turn around and say, well, just because I'm dressed like a police officer don't mean I'm an actual police officer. A lot of times when females get into those circumstances, they put themselves there, not only physically, but how they project themselves out there. Most of the time, if you are a girl who's walking down the street in scrubs, for a nigga to rape you, he gotta pull off your pants, you know, get your pants off your ankles, and then try to go and get inside you. But if you running around and you got, you know, if you got a mini skirt on, you're making it very, very easy.
What I'm gonna start doing when y'all talk crazy, I'm gonna blow y'all up in the screen, and y'all gonna have your own individual rant. You know what I'm saying?
It's not talking crazy, but this internet done convinced everybody that it's an excuse for everything.
Yep.
Everybody's a victim. Everybody blaming.
Oh my God.
Yes. And that's what the internet created.
You are blaming victims. It's their fault. They get
no. I'm for self-responsibility. If you got in a situation, you need to figure out how you got yourself in that situation. Now, not saying that you can't be a victim. You can be a helpless victim. But you 9 times out of 10, these women getting raped stories is not no helpless victim. That could have been avoided.
That's not statistics. That's nigga-tistics. That's not statistics, my nigga. But, all right, so Keita says J.Doug reminds me of Tommy Sotomayor. Internet says, please put that disclaimer. Internet, I'm gonna edit that shit into the whole into the episode now. Like I'm in the beginning, in the intro, there's gonna be a whole disclaimer.
You know what the disclaimer need to say?
What did
he say? These reviews is not going to reflect the average black person thinking points and talking points. So he's going to.
All right,
and that's what you should put.
The homie realized I couldn't say his name, so he told me how to pronounce it. Salute, thank you for that. Logic. It says, Logic, my name is Beware Alim, brother.
What's your government name, nigga? You know your black mother didn't name you that.
J.Doug, and London Tail says J.Doug has said some valid points though. Truth hurts sometimes.
He do, but I'm doubling down on this truth because I'm on the truth because I got a lot of clout this week from telling the truth. Now I'm starting to see a lot of people. You know, I'm really gonna stop talking to a lot of black people, but I know that a lot of black people is the only people that take this stuff. And they be like, oh my God, this is not what I used to hear. I need to hear an excuse why I ain't shit. I don't need to hear somebody telling me that I'm controlling my own life and have responsibility for myself. I'm black. I need an excuse. So yeah.
But I have to play this.
I'm still blown from what he said. I'm gonna stop talking to so many black people, but
for real, because they slowing me down. I keep having
hold on.
Stuff that's common sense.
Don't sit up here and act like white people take responsibility for what they do either. White people will find every single excuse in the book, and they all get together on their excuses. The problem is black people don't get together on their excuses.
Black people
Thank
blame
you,
other
Vanessa.
people
Thank
from
you,
other
Vanessa.
cultures. I don't hear white people running around blaming other people.
Chinese
Yeah,
virus.
dude.
nigga.
Hold on.
Chinese
What are you talking about?
China. Okay. It's a
He
Chinese
literally
virus because
blamed
it
our
comes from
pandemic
China.
on the entire race
It
of people
come
instead of
from
taking accountability.
China.
Yeah.
All
What are
right,
you
look.
talking about?
Let's
It come
read,
from
let's read the
China.
rest of these comments. Slim says JL Peterson would love to have J.Doug on his show.
I would love to be on the show.
Oh,
nigga.
that nigga.
Shit, that's to be an honor for me.
That nigga. Oh,
Be off the
God.
motor red faster than motherfucker. They peek on me.
Evan X says this nigga. Evan X says this nigga Jay said Emery still put himself in a position to get lynched. I didn't hear him say that. But
I did not see that. I didn't say that.
Yeah,
but you better protect your neck. Everybody know that.
B. Oh man, how you say my man? B. Eileen brother says, bruh, dudes gotta control their emotions. Yo, just cause a girl wore a skirt don't mean she's obligated to being raped. That's wild.
Nah, nobody didn't say that.
I just said that she's making them chances
No, y'all-
very, very high.
Y'all said that.
No, but I'm saying if you around here doing the slut stroke.
What I'm saying is you're saying it's understandable if she gets raped.
No, I'm
Not
saying
that she should.
No,
You're saying it's understandable.
I'm saying, okay, you've been raped. Now you need to go make the necessary changes to make sure you don't get raped again. That's what I'm saying. Don't be going around here talking, looking for everybody else to blame. Look how you can avoid.
I'm gonna shut this nigga mic off.
No, but I cannot disagree with him because he's speaking facts. A lot of the times when females get into situations, they often want to deflect and say, I don't know why he raped me. Well, maybe because you was in his space at the bar with no clothes on. Like they don't put these two things together. And even for me, somebody prior to being in this sex industry, for me, never say never, but I've never been raped. But I've moved in a certain way so that I prevent things like that from happening. I know what type of energy to be around. I know how to surround myself with people and not be around
if it was
certain
going
people.
to happen to you, if somebody wanted to do it, they would just do it.
Not necessarily.
That's just how rape. That's how
Most
rape
of the time, rape, what women consider rape, most of the time it just be a misunderstanding.
Yo, why
That's what I'm telling
put
you.
air quotes up? What?
Because everybody named mama getting raped these days, molested and everything else. Everybody, me too. Hey, I don't believe none of that stuff.
Now there are a lot of what's the word I'm gonna look for?
Liars.
No. You said misunderstandings during sex, or it don't matriculate the sex where women would be like, oh, he sexually assaulted me because he pulled his dick out.
Yeah,
they was alone. Like that's not sexual.
Women get confused.
This nigga said meticulate again, and I still don't know what it means.
If sometimes if stuff don't go the women way after consensual sex was had, that's rape. So come on, man. Nobody ain't playing this game.
We're not going to say that people don't wrongfully get accused, but we're not.
That's why I ain't gonna believe you.
But we're not going to say when it does happen that well, at least I'm not going to say when it does happen that they could have prevented that shit. Like that shit sounds crazy. But internet says that's just like saying if a female with a fat ass and tight jeans put herself in a position to be raped. Did you hear that, J.Doug?
You didn't put yourself in a position to be raped. That's not what I'm saying. But control yourself. Don't try to control other people. You can't control other people.
London Taylor
control yourself.
We heard you. London Taylor says, I don't co-sign what he just said, though. Laugh out loud. Internet says J.Doug is Philly. London Taylor says white people like to deflect. Slim says they stay blaming immigrants for everything. Real good point.
They blaming immigrants for.
They blame immigrants for not having jobs, crime. Yes,
that's not blaming
rape.
They just telling you what the immigrants did.
Voting.
They took the jobs.
They took the job they didn't want. You don't never see no white people out there picking strawberries, my nigga.
That's a lie. You ain't been down south. White people still work, sir. White people work harder than black people down here, unfortunately.
Well, that's a line and a half.
That's some bullshit.
Niggas in the hood. Come on, bro. Most niggas I know is not finna do no type of manual labor. I still see. I still see white people on the construction site. I still see white people doing tile and doing different things. I hardly ever see younger black men doing that type of work.
Doug, Steph, hold on.
Truck.
Hold on.
That's reserved just for niggas.
This nigga's bugging. We just talking about how they don't want the jobs that the immigrants do. You just talked about admirable jobs that pay high. You talking about tiling and construction and shit like that. Jobs with unions and high pay. Like, what are we talking about? What are we doing? I'm talking about actually working in the fields, picking oranges and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like underpaid jobs. They don't do that.
Logic.
Yes.
I'm not talking about the amount of money that it pays. I'm talking about the physical labor that it takes. Most of these black guys down south do not want to do that type of work. It don't matter if it's in the field. Any type of manual labor is not popular amongst the new generation. That's all I'm saying.
All right. So
black people.
Evan X says this nigga Jay refers to black people as they.
Yeah, because I'm not really part of that hating and blaming.
All right. Keita says, wow. And then B. Ali says, bruh, there's no way around it. Dudes need to control themselves, period. And I agree.
I said that. I said dudes and women need to control themselves. Everybody need to practice prevention. Just like I wear a mask, you wear a mask too.
All right, Keenan says grand opening, grand closing.
Ain't just me wear a mask. Protect yourself.
Yo, Slim says YouTube about to demonetize the fuck out of this video. we not even monetized.
That's how you know you made it.
We not even monetized. So please look at the description at the Cash Apps.
But white people ain't gonna demonetize this because they know I'm telling the truth. They want black people to hear this.
I don't know about
this. What they need to hear.
So B. Alim says J.Doug is a true product of the system, yo. Shout out to him thinking he keeping it real.
Thank you. Capitalist all the way.
London Taylor says immigrants came and capitalized because foundational people did not want to do certain jobs. So don't get mad because immigrants exploited the system.
Mm-hmm.
But that goes to my point saying they do the jobs that other people don't want to do. And before we do want to SchoolBoy send us this article in reference to J.Doug's black and white
from your routine
rhetoric. So Sheriff says kind of guy who would punch you in the face for no reason. 2 others arrested in triple murder. These friends were shot and killed on a fishing trip in Frostproof, and now Sheriff Grady Judge says he arrested those responsible. And those responsible, I believe, were 3 white individuals. So here's the news article.
Fishing trip in Frostproof. Sheriff Grady Judd says he believes he's caught the people responsible. A woman, her boyfriend, and his brother are all facing charges in connection to what the sheriff has called one of the worst crime scenes he's ever seen. 10 Tampa Bay's Bo Zimmer is live in Frostproof tonight, where Bo friends and family of those 3 people killed have set up a memorial in their honor.
Yeah, Allison, this is a very rural area out here in Frostproof, a very southern end of Polk County. And we can tell you we've been seeing many of those friends and family driving by all afternoon, visiting this spot here where Damian Tillman, Kevin Springfield, and Brandon Rollins all lost their lives on Friday night. They were out here along this clay roadway to go fishing. And tonight the sheriff says it looks like they were followed here and ambushed.
This is the trigger man.
Judd says 27-year-old Tony T.J. Wiggins was the man behind the murders. He says investigators spotted him on surveillance video from a nearby Dollar General store in line directly behind one of the victims minutes before the shooting started.
We found these people, our victims, literally massacred.
Detectives received tips about Wiggins, who has an extensive criminal history with nearly 230 prior arrests. Sheriff Judd says Wiggins was questioned and taken into custody after deputies found guns inside his home. Investigators say a single shell casing found at his home helped crack the case.
Both the shell casing at home and at the scene were fired from the same weapon.
Investigators also charged TJ's brother, Robert Wiggins, and his girlfriend, Mary Whitmore, in connection with the crime. Judd says his detectives will continue investigating exactly what happened in hopes of a successful conviction of all three, but especially TJ.
He needs to receive a fair trial, the appropriate appeals, and then be executed.
And some very strong words there from the sheriff, as we often hear from Sheriff Judd. And he says that TJ Wiggins is now charged with first-degree murder, tampering with evidence, and possession of a firearm and ammunition by a felon. And because he was arrested while he was out on bond, the sheriff says he will no longer be eligible for release on these new charges.
I just have to say that ain't no nigga gonna be arrested 230 times. He maybe.
What? I don't know about that, dude.
I'm saying that. I say that to say this because niggas usually after maybe 3 or 4 times, like now they're doing bids. They're just doing like 10-year stretches, 25-year stretches. Like they don't get the chance to come in and come out. So the fact that he's been arrested 230 times, take this nigga out of here. And yes, I said nigga because white people could be niggas too.
I don't want to get into that dumb shit, but okay, I just Googled this. He says he has 230 felony. He has had 230 felony charges, 15 convictions, right? And he done 2 stints in state penitentiary, right? Who the fuck only does time for 2 of their 15 felonies?
Go to the hood.
Listen, since we like to, divvy out blame, the murder of these 3 men, this falls solely on the white community.
Okay.
This man should have been off the streets. He shouldn't even had the opportunity to kill these people.
Okay.
Right? This is, just white people brought this on themselves.
Yeah.
They did this to themselves. You should have cleaned up your mess. You had ample opportunities. I guess you thought at some point the whiteness was gonna kick in and he was gonna take advantage of his privilege, but he didn't want to do that.
This is just, one of those things. No big deal. You know what I mean? White people handling white people business.
This is a big deal. He killed 3 people.
No, 15 people shot in one setting in Chicago. That wouldn't even call a mass shooting.
Bro, he got arrested 230 times. This is just what he got caught for.
Yeah.
That means he getting arrested every day when he outside.
I'm not saying there's no white people ain't doing stuff. You know what I mean? That's one white person. That's probably to 500,000 blacks that's going on. Like
3 white people.
Got it.
That got killed. That's a victim.
That's the ones we know, J.Doug. That's the ones we know. And it also speaks to systematic racism. Why the fuck was he in the streets in the first place? If it was a black dude, he'd have been locked up a long time ago.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
So why did the guy that killed Nipsey wasn't locked up?
Now let me ask you this.
He came home before that shit happened.
Got off.
He came home. He was locked up.
But he was, it's funny because he was out on bail for breaking someone's arm with a crowbar. this is what you're dealing with here. Why is he on the street?
I'm telling you, you think that it's black people, everybody that go to court that's black is getting 50 years? No, a lot of them niggas get arrested and come home.
I don't be trying to talk bad about my boy. We talking about doing the little nigga judge. This nigga be doing it, boy. Like, what are you talking about, bro?
No.
Shout out to Virginia Slim. Virginia Slim, they need better home training, right, J.Doug? They need better home training.
Of course.
Man, we got to stop this white on white crime, man. This is becoming a real problem in our society.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Because you know why?
I'm the National Guard.
You know why? Because white people ain't complaining. White people ain't blaming. White people ain't claiming they got problems. Black people is the ones saying, we got it so hard in America. We got it so rough. They won't stop killing us. When you, no, let me finish. I'll let y'all finish. When you do that, yes, people are going to start looking at you and say, you know what? This is your real problem. This is what you really need to be worried about.
Outside of Chicago, Black people don't complain about black on black crime.
I'm
black
not
on black crime don't come up until we say
you missing up what I'm saying. You missing what
them.
I'm saying. I said when you start complaining and blaming about other stuff, that's going to give people the green light to look and see, okay, it's a problem. Let me see what the problem is. Okay, no, this not really the problem. Your problem is this.
Right.
Okay?
I agree with
When
that
you
to a
start
certain
complaining,
extent.
people going to let you know what your real problem is.
Yeah.
And you putting your energy in the wrong place. That's why people do black people like that. If black people didn't say nothing and didn't blame and didn't overreact to everything, nobody wouldn't give a fuck. Nobody don't care about black on black killing now.
Right.
Keep that shit in the hood.
Yeah, because that white officer, when he came to that press conference, that white officer said that this was an insane. The white officer said that this was an insane act of violence, and then that man should be executed. He didn't go out on a cry for white on white crime. He didn't say that it's a bad thing in the community. He just came out to the forefront and said, "This would happen. This is an isolated incident. That's it."
He was wrong. He didn't start talking about redlining. He ain't start talking about if we had an economic base, this wouldn't be going on. No, he just said it's wrong and move on.
Because there is no redlining for white people. They created the redlining. What are you talking about?
So that's what
they
I'm saying.
have an economic base.
What I'm saying. That's why the same stuff don't apply to white people. This applies to the people that's complaining and blaming.
This is clearly white on white crime.
Yes, but they're not complaining and blaming other people, cultures for what's going on in their community.
No one blame white people for black on black crime.
You're not blaming black people for black on black crime. You're blaming them for everything else, and y'all really need to get that under control. It's just like when you go to like your girl or something, you be like, "Oh, girl, y'all, why you don't fix this in the house?" And she tell you what you really need to fix. It's the same thing. Don't you worry about that. You need to worry about getting your shit together and get your ass a job. Don't worry about what's going on. It's the same thing.
Let me talk, Doug.
The same thing.
Steph, go ahead.
No, I'm just convinced you getting a check from a white man somewhere. They got you talking crazy.
What did I say that was crazy? Cause black people just throw it out there.
Listen,
one thing I said that was crazy.
No.
One thing I said was crazy.
This is what you do. You go.
Man, right when he's gonna get to it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's all good. So look, let me read some of these comments. Let me see now. We read that one already. Keenan says J.Doug and they're back. I'm gonna read some of these comments. Hold that thought, Steph. Steph, if you can hear me. Steph, if you can hear me, hold that thought. Keenan, J.Doug has to look beyond the hood/projects when speaking about black people. We are way more than that, and I agree with that. Keenan also says, I don't have any black friends who don't work and don't take care of their responsibilities. I don't either.
Hey, if that was the case, it wouldn't be nothing for black people to complain about then. What I mean? If everybody were going to work, taking care of their responsibility, worrying about their individual self, it wouldn't be no complaints as a black community.
That's not true. The complaints are about the hurdles that they put just because you're black in front of you, not because it's not about complaining because we can't do it. It's because of the hurdles that you make us go through just because we're black.
They're
just
not
like
the hurdles. They don't put them there. They're the hurdles that black people got to deal with, that everybody else got to deal with. White people got hurdles. Everybody got hurdles.
Everybody got hurdles,
everybody
but we
don't complain and blame.
Everybody has hurdles, but we have hurdles just because we are black, and then there are more hurdles.
That's as far as y'all say I need to take my outlook from outside the hood. Y'all need to take y'all outlook off the racism. That it might not be just because you black. Everybody have hurdles. It don't be white people can say I got my hurdles just because I'm white.
No, everybody has to run the race. Everybody don't got hurdles on their race.
Yes.
Everybody does not have hurdles.
It don't matter if they got hurdles. Life ain't fair. You got motherfuckers born with no legs. That don't mean they fucking blame white people because they born with no legs.
Shit you can't control. The hurdles that black people, the obstacles that black people have to go through, those can't be controlled.
By who?
They can change those shit.
Other black people can change them. White people ain't finna stop being white.
All right, let's get back into these comments. Let's get back
blaming them and complaining. They're not gonna stop being white.
Let's get back into these comments. Antoinette says he looks terrible for 27. He looks 40. That's a fact. That dude definitely look old as hell. Then she calls them the hillbilly killers. Look Slim says they needed better home training, right, J.Doug? We went to that one already. Redemption says exactly, Ja. This man was a poor white man and still reaped the benefits of freedom/bail. Redemption says white people are feeling oppressed because they fear becoming a minority. B. Alim says J.Doug not completely wrong. I know some black dudes that be out here with endless charges on them.
Yeah, I know it's always just like white people do something.
230,
it's an
my nigga.
isolated, bro. I know some
230, my
people
nigga.
that know the system, bro. Anytime they go to court, bro, they can get off. I know some niggas like that in my family, bro, who know that law system. Cause just from going to jail so much, they know that process, bro. They'll get themselves out of jail. Yes, bro. They know that paperwork.
Not 230 times.
Huh?
230 times. That's kind of
Bro,
crazy.
Sir, you can't, you looking at one incident and you applying that to all white people and you saying no black person never happened to no black person. I'm pretty sure some black people out there with them same amount of charges,
With
man.
230 at the age
Yes.
of 27?
Yes.
Hell no,
I'm gonna say this.
I know,
I'm gonna say this.
but
My
if I
uncle.
was to tell you that white people that's getting charged 230 times, you believe that?
Schoolboy, what you saying?
I was gonna say that my uncle ended up. He has a case. He has a murder case in Rhode Island. The guy who they say it was the victim of that murder had a rap sheet with hundreds of felonies on it. I don't know about hundreds, but let me say dozens of felonies on it. And it's like, why was this guy even walking the street?
He was black.
And he was white. And why was he accosting this man who, had nothing on his record, no issues? He was a retired, not retired, but he was a former Marine. Like, he's trained to kill. And then you and your friends try to jump him, and somebody gets killed, and now he gets to be the victim of a murder. But what about the fact that this man had been terrorizing the city of Rhode Island or the state of Rhode Island for years and had amassed dozens of felonies?
I don't think that had nothing to do with the color. I don't look at color like that. It might seem like it.
In your mind, it might not be, but in the world, the reality of it is true.
No, it's black
Yeah,
people
it is.
walking
It
around
is.
that supposed to
Because
be in
we're still
jail right
talking
now.
about black and white, and when we do that, it actually it stirs up something in people. It's not like if I just said something like rock, unless somebody was screaming at you, your mom was on crack, right? And nobody's really gonna care about somebody saying rock. You know what I'm saying? But when we say black or white, it really elicits something from people. So people really take offense when you say, well, white people probably shouldn't do this, that, and the third. Well, I gotta be white? If it wasn't a big deal, it's a reality, J.Doug. That's my point. It's a reality.
I understand that, but I don't want us to harp on this one white guy and then know about the 50 million black. Because when y'all see a black video like this, y'all swear that it's fake news. They only show us like this, yada, yada, yada. So
and let me ask you this: is when they talk about black on black crime or white on white crime, whatever the thing is, are they only talking about violent crimes or all crimes?
See, I don't talk about black on black crime. I talk about black on black violence. I don't care about the crime. I don't care about nobody coming pickpocketing you. I don't give a damn about that. I'm talking about the black on black violence. That could be cut out. Fuck the crime. People crime. Pickpocketing is a crime.
All right, Slim says, stop calling that shit black on black crime. It's just crime.
I never said crime. I say black on black violence.
You're not talking about you now. That's trying to get through the comments that have been up there. B. Alim says, but systematic racism definitely does exist. Definitely do exist. Redemption says, what I found very telling is that one of the men murdered had a prior record. There would have been an inherent bias in reporting an investigation had he been black. So we do see that all the time, where a black person is a victim of a crime, they bring up their past like that has anything to do with them being a victim of a crime. You can't say you haven't seen that time in and time out.
But what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that is it has nothing to do with them being a victim.
But you can still bring it up as public record.
Okay, so why they ain't doing it for these
they
people that
said
was just killed?
They don't do it for every black guy. You can't say they do it for every white guy. They said the man had, what you want to run down all 200 felonies? He just said the man had 200 felonies.
No,
Said, I got time. I want to.
They mentioned his past record.
No,
that should be
no.
enough detail for
Hold
you.
on, J-Doug,
200.
Slow down.
You
slow
done did
down.
everything in the
J-Doug,
book.
Slow down, because I think you misunderstood. They said the victim. The three people that were killed. When black people are killed, a lot of times they bring up the black people. The victims, the ones who are dead, they usually bring up their criminal record.
No, they don't.
They do.
No,
they do.
Yes, they do, especially when the killing happened from a police officer or somebody trying to stand, on the grounds of law. Redemption says that's not true. Even blacks with white collar jobs still face ridiculous obstacles. Exactly. Slim says J.Doug act like there are job opportunities for every single black person in the hood.
And every single black person don't need to be trying to get no damn job from white people. Y'all don't like them anyway. Why y'all want to be working with them?
BLE says Slim, exactly, that bro gone. Redemption says, know that this would not occur with a black person. You are highly likely to be incarcerated pending trial.
That's because black people don't got no money for bail.
Slim says, Internet says Slim is right. Crime is crime, no matter what color. Redemption says there are documented disparities in sentencing based on color. Go ahead.
That's because black people don't run nothing.
So black people don't have money to go out and make bail, but we got money to buy military weapons, correct?
Yeah.
You can't be broke on both ends, bro. Either you can afford something or you can't.
They could get money for a $500
Now
gun.
you double talking.
No, they could get money because you try to inflate two different things that don't make sense. Now I gotta try to unravel this dumb shit. But you could get money for a gun. It's $500. But if you commit a crime, you might not. Hey, let me finish.
For what gun?
If you buying an AR in the store is like $700, bro. If you buy an AR on the street, it's going to cost
12.
like, even still, bro, you can still get it for $600 on the streets.
Nigga, unless you shot somebody, you can make bond for $1,200.
If you can make bond, then you will
most
get
things
out.
you
But
can
most
make-
black people can't make bond. Most black people can't make bond. That's how that guy in New York died. And I mean, not died, but killed himself. He just couldn't make bond. Some people just don't got the money. That's it. White people, when they people go to get jail, they make sure that they get bond. That's just what it is.
That's his point. So if we can't make bond on the average as a young black teen, where the fuck we get money for military grade weapons? So the point is,
Hey. The point is just because you find a gun don't mean you gotta kill nobody. Why y'all keep sliding past that?
All right, that's your point. Let's go back to these comments.
No, but why you want to slide past that?
No.
That don't make sense.
If you're a teenager and you're not fully developed yet and it's motherfuckers beefing all around you, I can't say that somebody's not going to use the gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. So anyway, Slim says this white guy is a perfect example. This white guy is a perfect example of how there are two justice systems. Exactly. Slim also says, yeah, they did it for George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery. Exactly. Good point. London Taylor says true. And he said they also did it for Mike Brown too. London Taylor also says problem is these low-level criminals don't even stack for rainy day. That's why they cannot make bond. And then Keenan says Walmart used to sell ARs for around $700. All right, so
I know what $700. And Mike Brown, George Floyd, they was already under investigation for a crime when they got confronted by the police. So that's why their record was missing. They was already under investigation. They died resisting arrest.
Ahmaud Arbery was not resisting.
I didn't say Ahmaud Arbery. I said George Floyd and Mike Brown.
Though. So what about Ahmaud Arbery then?
Ahmaud Arbery was under investigation of a citizen's arrest. Okay?
Nigga, that's a joke.
For
That's
real.
a joke.
For real.
I'm just telling you that's what happened, bro. I can't help that. You can say they shouldn't have been following him. They shouldn't have been fucking with him because they white and he black. Okay, I accept that. But he was under investigation for a citizen arrest.
That's
that is
not why-
legal. It's legal in Georgia.
That's
So
not
they can do that.
That's not why they bringing up their backgrounds though. I don't see that.
If you already under investigation for a crime, you could bring up your background. If you're already under investigation for using of counterfeit money, they could bring up your background. If you're already under investigation for doing whatever Mike Brown was doing, which was proving that he was wrong, but still, I think he was stealing some blunts or dumb stupid shit. Anyway,
still no fucking blunts from behind the counter, bro.
It don't matter. He was under investigation for a crime.
With the fucking store owner. And then the store owner's obviously going to say he stole some shit. You get the blunts is behind the fucking store.
That's not true.
How the fuck steal that shit?
Blunt, the popular blunts is behind there. But when you go to the store, they have the blunts that people don't buy. They have them reachable, bro.
No, actually, all tobacco products.
Go to the store next door and see.
He will.
All tobacco products.
No, go next door and see.
We'll go.
I go there every day.
All right,
yeah. But I'm telling you, the tobacco products, some blunts are.
Nah, listen. They're not going to have tobacco products in your reach. But anyway,
if I take a picture and post it and send it to you, would you believe it?
Take the picture.
I can take a picture right now and send it to you on air.
Take the picture.
Right.
Redemption says even if
get up and go take it.
Redemption says even if you're under investigation, there is bias, and she also says, which I wanted to bring up earlier, George Floyd did not resist arrest. All right. He didn't.
Well, what about when they were trying to get him in the car, ma'am, and he would not get his ass in the car? What is that?
He was in the car.
No, he was not in the car.
They took him back out of the car.
Yeah, they took him out the car because he wouldn't allow them to close the door. They had officers on both ends of the on the back seat doors, sir. Y'all didn't see that video?
I saw the video, but I didn't see him resisting arrest. So anyway,
no.
I didn't
lay past that.
Arrest.
Did you see the two officers on both of the doors?
I don't recall.
No. Did you see that?
No.
You didn't see that. Didn't see that. You didn't see them trying to get him to the car, and then the man ran round the car to the other side of the door. You didn't see that.
We're talking about George Floyd.
Yes.
Are we talking about George Floyd?
Yes.
Okay, he was saying that he's claustrophobic. He didn't want to be put in the back seat. That's what he was saying.
Jail, when you go into jail, they put you in the back seat. You don't got no choice, not your choice. You was resisting arrest. They tried to put you in the back seat. You did not go. So yes, they pulled you out, and that what happened. But yes, George Floyd was resisting arrest, sir. I know black people like to ignore stuff and glance past stuff, but that happened. That's the thing.
Listen, he was already under arrest when the situation happened, so he was already in custody. But anyway,
no, he wasn't. He was trying to get him in the back of the car. He wouldn't go.
Yeah, okay. They have other shit. They have other shit for that. They have paddy wagons, they have all type of shit. But anyway, London Taylor says J.Doug started to sound like Uncle Ruck.
They had a knee on his neck trying to wait till the paddy wagon get there.
Yo, you know,
it take too long.
Oh my god.
Say what you gonna say. His mic is on mute. Say what you gonna say.
I'm done.
For real. Yo, Redemption says even if you aren't under. All right, we read that already. Slim says, yet Dylan Roof can murk people in South Carolina, and yet they still call him a troubled youth. Steph is right. You are double talking, bro. I gotta agree with that. And
I'm double talking.
They brought that man.
Y'all bring up two situations that don't have nothing to do with each other, and y'all glance over stuff. Number one, if somebody found a gun in Chicago, don't mean you got to use it. I don't care what the excuse that you got why the guns are there. You don't have to use a gun just because you find it. If I find a gun right now, I'm not going to use it.
You were double talking because you said black people are too broke for this, but black people can afford this.
I didn't say they can afford. How can you afford a gun if you find it? You said you find guns. You're not buying it.
You said they were buying them.
I didn't say they was buying them. I said
you
found an imaginary man dropping off imaginary guns.
Use it. I didn't say y'all was lying about that.
Did you not say imaginary man,
sir? I didn't say y'all was lying.
You said he did say imaginary man. And once again, the views of J.Doug are of J.Doug.
Got to use it. That's all I'm saying.
Get that man, Mike. The views of J.Doug are the views of J.Doug's and only J.Doug's. All right. So Slim says, yeah, we read that already. Internet says facts. Redemption says tobacco products are behind the counter or on top of. Please produce a picture. Let me see. Keenan says London don't need one in GA. Slim, they were beating his ass while he was in the back. I'll bring that back up when he gets on the screen. Redemption says that's not true. He didn't resist in the vehicle. I saw the footage. Antoinette says George Floyd's situation was about a bitch. Redemption says roll the footage back, not the case. He was not combative. Internet says George Floyd was fucking that cop's wife. Keep it a buck, which we do know. Keenan says J.Doug is a love child of Kingface and Tommy Sotomayor. And Keenan Taylor says Keenan more like Jesse Lee Peterson and Tommy. Kingface is the Godfather. Okay, I don't know where they went. Maybe they went to get the picture. Seat is still spinning. Yeah, so there's that. So, yo, check it out. I did want to talk about this versus joint real quick. Steph is actually about to get back on. Yo, Steph, tell us he went to go get the picture. Oh, hold on. Your mic is muted. Go ahead. Say it again. Steph, we can't hear you, brother. We can't hear you. Check your mic. Check your mic and see if it's on the actual mic. Nope. Nothing at all. So while we wait for J.Doug to go produce this picture and this evidence, we're going to go to this article where Joe Biden is once again putting his foot in his mouth, talking some dumb shit. This video comes to us from Vlad TV. It says, Joe Biden says Trump is the first racist to be elected U.S. president. The article goes to say, despite the United States being founded upon the plunder of Native Americans and the racist economic exploitation of enslaved Africans, the Democratic nominee for president, former VP Joe Biden, thinks Donald Trump is the first racist to be elected president. Biden made the assessment during a virtual town hall where he accosted the president for his comments about China amid the coronavirus outbreak. And the video is only 32 seconds long. We're going to play it.
What President Trump has done in going his spreading of racism, the way he deals with people based on the color of their skin, their national origin, where they're from, is absolutely sickening. No sitting president has ever done this. Never. No Republican president has done this. No Democratic president. We have racists, and they've existed. They've tried to get elected president. He's the first one that has.
I don't even think the women in this town hall believe him. They kept a straight face. We still don't hear y'all. I don't know if y'all we don't hear y'all. Y'all work that out. Schoolboy, what's your thoughts on this? Unmute your mic.
Got it. So now I was just what are my thoughts on Biden calling Trump racist?
The first racist to ever be elected as U.S. president.
Oh yeah, he's out of his mind. He's out of his mind. But that he's coming from, like I said, we're being forced to choose between a series of mentally unstable people, which is it should be very concerning for people who call themselves Americans, because America's gonna have to deal with this for decades and decades to come because of this foolish fucking era. Like, it's ridiculous. But yeah, Biden's losing his mind. I don't trust his mental state at all.
Yo, I just want to say this sidebar. Black Jesus does exist. Pay attention. These niggas, J.Doug mic is not working. Redemption says Biden is dumb as fuck, but I'm still voting for him. He had notorious foot and mouth episodes under Obama. I think he was trying to say that perhaps Trump is the most overtly racist president. Antoinette says Joe Biden stay pulling his arm out, reaching. And Redemption says off topic, the cop that basically is charged for murdering George Floyd, rest in peace, also got slapped with tax evasion charges. I did see that. Yep. So good for him. Let's see if they're
check. Yo, can y'all hear us?
Yeah, we can hear you, but you're kind of frozen or lagged a little bit, but we can hear you. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's ridiculous and to say. I know you guys were working some shit out, but basically, what we just played was a video of Joe Biden basically calling Trump the first racist president to ever get nominated. What's your thoughts?
That's ridiculous. like did you not forget about the presidents that owned slaves? Like it's like that's ridiculous, man. The act like Trump is somehow the worst, most evil president we've ever had. That's ridiculous. We just you just being extra at this point. If you think he's racist, that's one thing. To say he's the first ever racist, what world have you been living in? Joe Biden is high key racist. What is he talking about?
I think I want to agree with Schoolboy. I think he's definitely he's probably got some mental ailments as well. He's definitely the fuck out. You know what I mean?
I don't think Trump racist. I never seen him do nothing racist. I ain't never really heard him say nothing racist. So I don't know what people be talking about.
So when he was going after the young men at the Central Park for that Central Park case, that didn't seem like racism to you?
Sir. It wasn't about race. The man thought these was rapists, okay?
Yeah, but he just wished that white lady well that's accused of raping minors.
He didn't wish her well.
Yes, he did. He said, I wish her well at a press conference. Nigga, we played it earlier this episode.
Okay, that's different.
No.
That's his friend. And you gonna talk about something people did 20 years ago? People could change, bro.
Hey, what about the fact that the government in multiple levels of the legal system found Donald Trump and his father guilty of racial discrimination in housing?
That's not racist to me. If I
No, it's not about you. It's not about you. No. You said it's not about race.
If I have a house, I'm not written to a certain demographic of people.
You said it's not about race to you. The government found that was not true. The government said, yeah, you can't mark other, like when the black applicants call, you can't mark a B on their shit so that they're black and they're not rent to them. And when we're doing the test to see if that's what you're doing, we found that that's what you're doing and it's wrong. That's what the government
is racist.
said.
The government is racist, sir. So you trying to go by another racist to tell you who's racist.
Oh my God.
Come on now. Anyway, bro. Trump ain't never did nothing racist. Just because you don't want to rent to certain people, you can have your reasons. And by the way, that was proven that whole little thing was about he did not want to rent to people with Section A. All right.
It wasn't about Section A.
It was.
People weren't coming with Section A.
Section A.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't about Section A.
And anyway, I can understand not wanting to rent to no black people.
All right. So with that being said, let me get these comments real quick. Internet says, how America forgot about Bush.
Exactly. You ain't finna turn the Trump Tower to a project.
It wasn't about Section 8. They just said anyway. Internet also says Trump said that because she is going to end up like Epstein. And Lemon Taylor says, Jesus, J.Doug got on his shining tap dancing shoes today. Huh?
I just got my taps replaced. They sound better.
Hey man, I think the most valid point we brought up in regards to this is that Joe Biden could be just as mentally ill as Kanye, man. You know what I'm saying? So as they're alleging Kanye is, you know what I mean? Redemption says, I think that Biden views himself as integrating himself with the black community. However, Biden said in 1977 that desegregation would create a racist jungle. So yeah. There's
black
that.
People don't care about the real racists. They care about the imaginary Trump racists. The people actually that black people used to love before they became president, but now they racist. Now you done digged up all this stuff. But before, I'm trying to get richer than Trump. He was in everybody rap. Now it's, Trump a racist. He wasn't a racist when y'all nigga was dropping bars with his name in it. But now he racist. You talk about stuff that happened years ago, and nigga was still dropping his name after the Central Park 5, after all that alleged he wouldn't rent to people. And black people still riding his dick. Now white people tell you he racist, don't ride his dick. oh, white person told me you were racist, so I
Ooh,
can't.
I've
talk to you
never
no more.
liked Donald Trump. I've never in this life.
I'm not talking about
liked
you.
Donald
I'm talking
Trump.
about the majority of black. I'm talking about Snoop Dogg. I'm talking about Rick Ross. I'm talking about Jay-Z. I'm talking about all these niggas
They
who
were
had a
all
dick
in the
his
same
mouth.
income class, so they're all playing
Russell
around.
Simmons, all the people that to be
And-
riding Trump
and
tip.
let's
Don King.
Let's be clear.
Stay
A
with
lot
Trump.
of people aren't just sitting around doing investigations on everybody that they know. So if you were doing something behind closed door, I wouldn't know. I would just know you through my dealings and running into you. But the thing is, when you run for president of the United States, all the information
Let
comes
me ask
out.
you this.
So I learned about
Let me
these
ask
things
you
about you, and then you
Let me ask you
start
this.
justifying
know
the racist
me,
stuff
if
you were
you
doing
know me,
instead of apologizing.
If you know me,
Mhm.
and you know I'm not racist, and you know me as a friend,
Mhm.
and you heard that, oh, he won't rent to black people. You gonna automatically say I'm racist just because you heard I won't rent to black people?
Heard, or was it proven? Because that was proven.
Even if it was alleged to be proven.
Alleged to be proven.
How can you call me racist because I don't want to rent
Nigga,
to black people?
we not gonna slide past it like you didn't just make up a whole phrase right now. Alleged to be proven.
Yes, alleged. You don't know how
Nigga,
many
you
investigations,
wild.
sir. If it was a black person in investigation, you will understand how investigation could be faulty. Now you don't understand how investigation could be faulty.
So they just
The
pick
same
Donald
reason
Trump.
why they-
Randomly pick
Yeah,
Donald
yeah.
Trump.
The same reason why they'll faulty investigate a black man, why they can't be the same reason why they'll faulty investigate him. Y'all got an excuse for everything else.
Come
Oh yeah, come on. When I get to make excuses, come on. When y'all make excuses all morning.
because black people, we got too many excuses. White people don't got enough.
Somebody got to help them fight these blacks off.
Ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
Somebody gotta help them fight these blacks off.
Yeah, because
man. Yo, see, this is J.Doug, man. If I ever go to never mind.
I don't know. Internet says J.Doug is right about that one though. Internet, elaborate.
It's funny. A lot of people coming in. Oh, I agree with J.Doug. Oh, J.Doug, right about that. I ain't never heard nobody say SchoolBoy, right? Oh,
Actually, they said it earlier.
I definitely ain't nobody say Step, right? Thank you.
I say
you got that in the comment. I want to see that. I would like to see that.
I say Steph is right all the time when I'm
A
watching.
nigga just said I was right like 3 comments ago.
Y'all making excuses. Y'all like each other. That's fine. It's nothing to be right about when you just make an excuse. You know what I mean? If that's your reasoning why stuff is going on, can't nobody really, but we just know what it is.
Once again, I've said Steph was right while watching Live and On Point. You said you never heard people say it. I've said it myself. All right. And then some other people has given props to the other people on the panel. Leonard Taylor says, Internet, did you add me on Instagram? Oh, that's some personal shit. Let me get about that. Internet says, Leonard Taylor, no, Internet, we want to know what was J.Doug right about. Y'all talking about Instagram. You know what I mean? I'm at it. Follow J.Doug on Instagram. What's your Instagram, J.Doug?
That's what Roger was right about. See, I'm always right.
What's your Instagram?
See, everybody agree with
me.
What's
your Instagram, G?
J.Doug Weekly 2.0.
All right, and then you got at Steph Got Jokes. You want to follow Steph on Instagram. I'm at JahLogic. SchoolBoy, you on IG?
Yeah, SchoolBoy 1867.
All right, and then Internet gave us what she's talking about. She said, Internet says when he said everyone was shouting out Trump before he was president. That you're right.
Black people glance past stuff. They forget. Black people got amnesia.
But hold on, Steph. Let me say something before you say when it goes in regards to that. But black people in rap also shout out racist fucking clothing designers and all types of shit. So
no, Steph, really, they was hanging with him. They was not shouting him out. You had Russell Simmons and all them guys.
That was not hanging with him. Trump. Come on, bro. You think
Russell Simmons said that was his friend?
That just means that they were at the same. Hold on. Let me explain something to you. 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 These rich people like that, they'll run around and say that's my friend because they went to the same charity event and were competing with each other to buy an item at the silent auction. That doesn't make them
Russell Simmons and Trump broke bread together. They got money together, sir.
No, when you run into places with people and you're cordial with them, you don't know how they are for real.
Sir. Russell Simmons done ran into enough people to know who his friends and who is not. Okay?
He like
I'm
okay.
pretty sure Russell Simmons ain't calling
If we
everybody
just
meet his
bumping
friend.
it. We just bumping
Just
it.
because we had
Be
an
like,
event.
you know such and such. Yeah, we cool. You just
No,
is that
bro.
your friend? Be
Well,
like,
even
sure.
if that's the case, people liked it Trump
Like, it's
before
levels
he
to
became
friend.
president. Okay, and Obama had all type of scandals and stuff too, but nobody did dislike him.
No, he did not.
And Obama
That's
hated
just not
straight.
true.
And Obama hated straight people. Nobody ain't like him. Didn't dislike him for that.
No,
nothing
You
you're
ain't talking
saying is
about
true.
him discriminating against straight
You're
people
just
and lighting
talking
the
back.
White House on
You're talking
yellow.
back, but you're not actually telling the truth.
Obama did discriminate against straight people.
His pastor, not straight, his pastors had shit to say about sexuality, not him.
I know Obama favored gay people over black people and everybody. So I don't want to hear about no Trump. Y'all ain't say nothing about Obama, and Obama ain't do nothing to y'all. For y'all.
I was very
no complaints. Now it's Trump in office. Black people got every complaint. Why? You had 8 years to complain.
Every black person did not just ride Obama's nuts, man.
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't.
One or two didn't. I didn't.
I was exactly, and I'm two then. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't on that shit neither. But
that's a surprise.
That's a surprise. What is the surprise about, man? I'm objective, bro. Just because I don't stand for all the shit you be talking, just because, right? Honestly, you don't seem objective. You just seem to go to the unpopular opinion way.
That's not true.
I don't think you're all the way objective, bro. I don't know. Snuggle says blacks are really obvious to the things that they do. Oh, I think he meant oblivious to the things that they do. Interesting.
Yeah.
And Internet says Obama is the first gay president. I said it.
Yeah, we all know that, but black people don't got no problem with that. They got a problem with Trump because he white. They don't got nothing problem with nothing Obama. You have black people Obama did wrong. They don't tell you one thing.
All right, so we got here because
we got 50 million.
We got here because we was talking about an article where Joe Biden claimed that Donald Trump was the first racist president to be be elected the president of the United States, which we all agree is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So
and what about that college fund for black colleges that Trump just set up that they always gonna get money?
But dog,
that seemed racist.
We already said that shit was stupid. We all just agreed that the shit was stupid.
Yeah. London Taylor says, I love objective people, but I hate when people just go against the grain for no reason.
There you go.
All right, so
I got a reason.
We're gonna wrap it up. I'm just gonna say this, right? I'm gonna make a case while we're actually, we're gonna come back on Monday.
And show my picture of blunts. Since nobody don't see no blunt. Yeah, I sent it to the group chat.
All right, let me see.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see this picture.
Since nobody can grab blunts.
And where are they?
On the counter.
By the cashier, right?
That's what Mike Brown. You just said, don't slow down because you keep conflating stuff and you're not making sense. The stuff you just said about Mike Brown, you said he did not grab blunts because they behind the cash register. He was arguing with the cashier. That's what you said. I said blunts are sometime in grab reach. That's what I said. What are you trying to bring to the table? There's nothing else to bring. I got the picture of the blunts right there, grabbing them.
There's J.Doug picture of him grabbing those. It's next to a Fonto's 1882. We don't really do promotions for people that ain't paying for it. Next to gas station sex pills, but there you go. So that's his picture. I'm being objective. I'm showing.
There's the proof.
There's the proof that. Well, I still don't think
I know.
Yeah. I still don't believe that.
I know. That's how black people is. You can show them the water, they gonna say it ain't blue. Yeah, I know.
But the point was to say that they don't have a reason to put people who are victims criminal history out there, and I don't think that's a reason.
I say if you already involved in an arrest, by the time you get killed, yes, they could put it out there because you was already under investigation. Those guys was already under investigation, and most of them was already under arrest.
All right, so London Taylor says, next time, let's hear more of SchoolBoy. I'm not used to him being this silent. SchoolBoy isn't usually this silent on this show. Go back to some of the other episodes that we have. This might be the first one you caught. We're 9 in. We're coming back Monday strong with the 10th episode. Looking forward to that. And yeah, as you can see, we're going to have to put the raw, uncut versions of this show eventually on Patreon because these shits are going to get edited. If anybody knows me from past shows, they know I like to take out shit that's too racy, and J.Doug is too hot for TV out this motherfucker.
See, yeah, we ain't gonna come up. We ain't gonna come up talking. The motherfucker call us the morning excuse. Shit.
Evan X said water isn't actually blue. And he's laughing at that.
See, I told you.
So I want to wrap this joint up with talking about the verses that happened a couple days ago. DMX versus Snoop Dogg. I want to say personally, the only reason I really want to bring this up is because I was there present with keeping score of every track versus every track. And the way I scored it personally was I voted on which track won based on which song was hotter, which song I will actually want to hear in a car while cruising or, shit like that. So I grew up listening to music from both coasts and the South. SchoolBoy, your mic is on mute. I think you was trying to say something, but your mic is muted. So I'm not biased. Just like Snoop Dogg had on in the actual battle or verses, he had on some dope era pants. I got on my dope era hat. That's courtesy of the homeboy Mr. Fab out of Oakland, California. I lived in New York. I lived in California, and I'm not biased when it comes to the music at all. And I want to say there was a lot of Snoop Dogg dick riding in those comments. And I think DMX won. My assessment was DMX had 9 tracks that at 9. Hold on, here's some static. DMX had 9. Snoop Dogg had 8, and they tied on 4. That's my assessment. And according to this article I pulled up by Billboard, they have DMX winning with 12, with Snoop with 10, and I guess tied by 4. And I think they put extra points for what they did after, which was some type of freestyle session initiated by Snoop Dogg because he knows that's his strong point, freestyling. So Snoop Dogg, started a freestyle session at the end and kind of, he won on that part. But I wanted to say DMX won that, and he was the underdog because a lot of people thought Snoop was going to win, but he proved that his albums that were hits had way more bangers on them, and that's how I feel about it. How you guys feel about it? You have a static with your mic. You have some type of static going on with your mic.
Oh,
right?
Hello.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, DMX have lost in life. Okay, he can win the battle all day, but your life is trash. So I think Snoop Dogg might have gave him a courtesy win.
A courtesy? Well, nah, man. He played his hottest tracks.
Yeah, from years ago, Snoop Dogg is still active making tracks.
Actually,
and relevant music.
Actually, Snoop did not play his best stuff, at least not at the right time.
What did he leave out?
I didn't finish watching it, but it was times where I was like, he went to like an album song when it wasn't necessary. I'm like, he ain't even in the crates for real.
Nah, he played them bangers. The only time he went to an album cut is when he when DMX played that joint he had with LL Cool J in them, the crew track, what they call the crew track. He came he came back with a crew track with which I thought was trash in comparison. It's a dope track, but it was trash in comparison, where he played some East Siders, and that shit wasn't hard like that. Not for that. It was not, it couldn't come up, it couldn't compare to that. He should have played that shit that Swiss Beats did. That's the one thing I think he left out when Snoop was on that track with everybody repping their coast. You know what I'm saying? That ride or that shit. He should have played that shit as a crew track.
Did he do his Welcome to Atlanta?
He didn't do the Welcome to Atlanta remix, but he was on the remix. It wasn't, but
still.
That shit wasn't fucking with none of DMX's bangers neither. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, he played the hardest shit he could, though. You know what I'm saying? The joint that sounded like a long freestyle, the shiznit. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, you sleep. That would have fucked with it. That would have got him one.
What, the shiznit or the Atlanta remix joint?
The Atlanta remix shit.
I don't know. I don't know. Jermaine Dupri was in the comments too. He was in the comment section too. I don't know. Let us know in the chat before we get up out of here what you think. Who you think would have won? Who you think won, rather? Who you think won? I think DMX won, and I'm glad to see other articles out there actually echoing my sentiment, because I seen a lot of Snoop Dogg dick riding in the comments, and I don't think they was listening to the music. I think they was just more mesmerized at Snoop Dogg's charm. I think a lot of those people wanted to be, cool with Snoop, so they was all in the comments dick riding them. But DMX just came with the heat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, DMX cool, but DMX, he one of my original favorites, but he's like the biggest hip hop letdown of all time. So I don't see it. I didn't know the versus thing was a win or lose thing. Just like the first time where people making like, oh, DMX won. I'm like, when it have been about winning? Normally it's just about playing the music, but now they picking winners. So I don't know.
I think it always was a winning. It was always going to be a winner, but people always try to play that whole hip hop one shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't call something versus without somebody winning. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I don't know how you win,
because even in these new battles, like these battle rappers, they not like, it's sure you may have a perception of a winner and loser, but don't everybody get paid? So
everybody get paid, yeah.
So
yeah, I don't really in the verses. Really like y'all playing y'all hits. Y'all playing songs that won. That won already. Right. That sold millions of records. So you like, I'm putting this over. You lost. How did you? Who did they lose? I got this. And then some of them records that I'm sure that Snoop Dogg played them probably sold way more than DMX. The record that he played.
Oh, Beautiful, probably.
That's what I'm saying. So it's not really a win or lose. It's all just like personal. We can't say that. You got really bragging the stats and see if more people really brought this Snoop Dogg song versus this DMX song, we can't say what sounds good personally to one person. You know what I mean?
Well,
to a couple people.
We do a general census. Like I said, the articles are echoing my sentiment. London Taylor says, I think X won, but I like how Snoop freestyled at the end.
I can't just gauge a winner.
Slim says I got X. Snoop started to become more pop in the late 2000s. My point exactly. I don't think how people don't realize Snoop's hardest shit is his earliest shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, how you gauge a winner is it's each track versus each track. So whoever's up first plays a song, then the other person plays a counter, right? So that's how you're doing it. That's how the points come. It's like rounds, like boxing, but it's 1 point a round.
But I couldn't gauge it because I like DMX more than Snoop Dogg any day. I don't know no Snoop Dogg album. I know a couple DMX cuts.
You got no DMX up there.
Well, I got plenty of DMX CDs. Hell is Hot. Flesh of My Flesh is my best favorite one. I know damn near every track off that. I don't know no Snoop Dogg tracks other than his charting singles. So that's why I say I wouldn't gauge it, because there's no Snoop Dogg song is finna make me feel like, oh, Snoop won. It's just everything. I'm like DMX out. So it's like I couldn't gauge it. Now, if I didn't like both of them, I still couldn't gauge it because I don't like neither. It's like Erykah Badu, and I'm like, I don't listen to neither.
What if Snoop was white though?
Snoop is white. Todd. If Snoop was white, what that mean?
Yeah, he's trying to say
I'm just saying, white people. Would it be easier? Would it be easier for you to judge it if Snoop was white?
No, not in that situation. Only when it comes to the black people blaming and complaining.
Okay. Right. Well, he might have brought up the fact that he lost because he was black. Maybe that's what it was.
Yo, so did you watch the battle at all? Did you watch the verses?
No, I didn't watch the verses.
I watched it. I'm not doing a nigga wiggle.
Go ahead. Yeah, I don't keep up with that kind of that part of the culture, man. Yeah.
Fair enough. I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing. The verses
it's beginning to be boring.
What was your favorite one, J.Doug? What was your favorite one? I asked you the same stuff.
I don't have no favorite one because I never really liked the ideal of like, oh, let's play our music on live. It's like, for what?
Personally, me, the Ludacris Nelly one was probably my favorite. But yeah,
Ain't none of my favorite artists.
It really getting less and less appealing
because it's a nothing burger. It's not even entertaining to me.
I think for me, I was really excited about the Babyface Teddy Riley shit. Then that was a big letdown. And I think I enjoyed this last one a lot. But I guess I'm gonna have to be the resident instant burner because I my favorite one, the one I got the most hype for, the one I actually sat up and drunk and played the music on the Bluetooth and all that was the Erykah Badu and Jill Scott. I was fucking with that one heavy.
I watched that one. It was cool.
Yeah, I was fucking with that one heavy. But as y'all can see, we winding down. We fellas got to get to work. Schoolboy got work to do. We all got to.
I'm working, man.
Yeah, man. And
we gotta go pick up my check from the white man. Thank you. And he can't go pick it up from no black man. So shit. Thank you, white man.
And what I wanted
to a nigga, I'd be hungry.
Oh yeah, and the internet says Beanie and Bounty was the best. I enjoyed the Beanie and Bounty one a lot too, but at the same time, they've been clashing. So there's plenty of like actual clashes you can find of them doing the same shit years ago. So I thought the one that was versus was kind of like, it was tame compared to the shit they did in the past. You feel me? But with that being said, I never been so happy to have less than 200 views in my fucking life because I definitely don't want to get immortalized for none of this shit. J.Doug is saying on this fucking show.
Let me tell you, if you want to get popping, you gotta let this stuff ride because this is what people want to hear. People hearing these black people making excuses all day. That's every platform that black people own. Let me tell you about redlining. Oh, let me tell you about the economic base. Oh, let me tell you about we the real Jews. Oh, let me tell you about the Israelite. Oh, somebody stole this from us. Oh, let me tell you how black people ain't disenfranchised. And let me tell you about people tired of hearing that shit. They not gonna say it, but it's not entertaining.
All right, but then what I'm gonna say is this, shout out to the people who catch this live and the people that catch the rebroadcast before I get the chopping. But at the same time, I'm making a case for us being on Patreon from now. If you want to hear all the uncut, raw madness, eventually you're gonna have to go to Patreon for this shit, and you're gonna have to spend a couple dollars. Real talk. But for now, salute to everybody who's actually keeping their ear to the streets and looking out for good content. You know what I'm saying? We're not looking to be popular. We're looking to put out great content. And this has been the Morning Rant. And I want to thank my co-host for being in the building with me today. Schoolboy, Steph, J.Doug, Vanessa Smilez, and TiWest, the special guest appearance. And this salute to everybody in the chat. We appreciate y'all. This has been the Morning Rant.
Peace, peace.
I don't realize my talking points are starting. You see how the people right? I agree with him. I agree.
my eyes closed, or rose in Moscato. Intuition in the visions flow from out the cosmos. Niggas ask me how I made it, I begin if I know. I just went with my soul, and the rest just follow. She's a good girl, fuck that bitch, I'd rather deal with dollars. Say no to CashApp, I ain't tricking, bitch, you must be psycho. But I'm prone to lie though, just don't tell all my bros. Ice roll gelato in the Bronto, so I got the sky clothes. Damn, it's raining, grab my cane and pass my Prada poncho. The boots was leather with the tattoos, those the Randy Macho. Goggles, Ferragamo, condos big as Costco. I popped the rhino, then she swallowed like it's Mr. Sacco. Mirror, mirror, who's the illest? Please don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the realest? Wait, don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the rarest? Please don't tell me I know. Modern life like Rocco, but I still pray to Shango. Mirror, mirror, who's the illest? Please don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the realest? Wait, don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the rarest? Please don't tell me I know. I devour my goals, and that's word to Gaucho. Rebel outlaw, reckless vato, ghetto desperado. Aim the Draco, eating tacos, take your breath like Tyclos. Adjacent to Van Gogh, I'm chasing my shadow. The pain is the shackle, embrace it for battle. In the gym for 7 weeks, I feel like Boris Kojo. I mean Cujo with a new host over watching Kuso. With my old hoe, I forgot I fuck my hoes in duos. Fofo throws in 2 holes, loopholes Albert Pujols. That piece of coupon for designer, Gucci coat was 2-tone. School old Parasuco, shoot like Tony Kukoc. Pajama Samson, no Delilah, put that on my tombstone. Mirror, mirror, who's the illest? Please don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the realest? Wait, don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the rarest? Please don't tell me I know. I devour my goals, and that's worth the Gauchos.
You